we're cool. We've been cool for a year, Max. When you're 19, you're a little kid, okay? Now, if you're 22, a 19-year-old's not a kid to you, okay? I'm 29. A 19-year-old might as well be a 15-year-old to me. It's all the same, dude. I have about as much in common with like an 18-year-old, 19-year-old freshman in school as I would a sophomore in high school. Any type of inclination towards any of those people is really weird. I mean, like, what do you want me to say? Like, listen, dude, esports is a crazy time in my life. I don't know why, but when I was on, like, everything was super emotional. I look back at these texts sometimes, it was so unbelievable. I'm like texting my kid's mom saying I'm a horrible person, like,
so much has happened. We covered the President Sunday video. We covered the leaked phone calls. We went over Destiny's response in the previous stream. We lightly touched on Chaeiry. We'll be exploring that one a bit more tonight. We have all the stuff here for that. We didn't cover that yet on this stream. Erudite has responded multiple times. We've got a lot of Erudite to cover. Listen, I gotta be honest with you. I obviously don't have the popular take. I mean, in my community, I do. I think most people agree with me. But I tweeted out that I thought Erudite's interview, the parts that I did see, were horrendous. And I had a bunch of angry DGG, or I guess adjacent chatters, like, holy crap, Nick, what are you talking about? She's a great person. She's doing this for all the right reasons. This was a great conversation. This was really good, Nick. What are you talking about? Dude, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, DGG. Listen, I like what you did with Destiny. I appreciate that you guys have been super duper charitable to people covering Destiny. That's good. I'm very glad, okay? But Olympus has fallen, and you guys don't have any pressure over anybody. I mean, you never did over me, but now you don't. Now you really don't over everybody else, so it doesn't really matter. You don't really get to dictate speech anymore. You guys barely even have a Twitter community. I think, didn't Destiny pull the plug on his Twitter community this week? Yeah, I mean, that's not really listen, glad you're here. If you want to leave, that's perfectly fine too. I'm okay with either one. I saw this one. This was great. I think I stole this off the Reddit. You just hit your head there pretty hard, buddy. What is this?
Weasley
Jesus Christ. Thank you, Shade Tree Surgeon.
Domination face mask. They have been weighed, measured, and found wanting.
I'm not going to do too many memes tonight, but I'm definitely starting. I had to bring a couple out. Hey, you hit your head there, buddy. Pretty hard there. What is that? Trump re-election? Bridge burning? Divorce? Betraying Pxie? That must have been a really rough landing. Come on, it's 2024 and Kamala just won. Our first female president. Let's celebrate with our good friends Hassan, David, Pacman, and my lovely wife, Melina. For half my audience think this is like the ideal timeline. The other half of my audience is just like, as bad as things have been, it could be worse. Oh, man. Now let me get that out of here. Big news on the Pxie front. If you guys aren't familiar, Pxie is the one making the allegations toward Destiny. She's the one that Destiny confirmed that he had distributed her leaked images to a random OnlyFans whore. People have been arguing with me about the language in terms of distributed or leaked. They're like, Nick, Destiny didn't leak them. He only sent them to a random 19-year-old girl that he talked to on the phone multiple times. The infamous hacker / maybe it's the girl, who really knows? She's the one to blame. And to that I say,
is this a bad
weird?
time?
Let's be honest here. It's a fucking leak. I'm sorry. You can't really sweep for this. You want to hear sweeping? Look for every person in the fucking Dexerto chat line who's like, oh god, Destiny didn't leak it. He just distributed it without consent. It's like, yeah, no. Sorry. If that account was compromised and you didn't leak it, they wouldn't have the photos.
Listen, all I'm saying is that if a Destiny Keffel's S3X tape leaks, I'm uninstalling all social media. So
that would be worse than 111. Oh my god, dude. Why did you just will that into existence? What is wrong with you? Chill. That is worse than 111. That would literally be like a second 111. Anyways, what was I saying? There are people who are literally arguing that it's okay that Destiny is like distributed these. Well, maybe it's not okay, but it's not nearly as bad as leaking it. No, I mean, they leaked it. Look at Dexerto's article. I didn't even cue this up, but it's so cowardly to describe it this way. Police report's been filed against Destiny. That's the new one. We'll get there. I'm actually like shocked by this. I think this is absurd. So Destiny has denied accusations that he deliberately leaked a woman's private images, claiming that the leak happened without his knowledge, consent, or authorization. Okay. But, like, he confessed. He literally confessed that he distributed it to the random 19-year-old girl. So I'm actually super confused as to what this caption actually means. He denied that he leaked a woman's private images. No, he didn't. I mean, he's tying the entire thing to the hack. Like, that's the narrative shift, and it's being picked up like that by Dexerto. He hasn't spoken out publicly because he's pursuing litigation against multiple parties. So I pointed out, how else would you describe sharing your friend's sex tape with a random OnlyFans whore other than deliberate, unless Dexerto's post-title department doesn't think that sharing illicit materials in DMs is essentially a stranger leaking it? And now this is the actual message. We didn't show this on stream yesterday. I'll actually make this a little bit bigger so you can see it better. But this was the actual interaction that happened. Not only did Destiny share this woman's fucking sex tape, like his own friend's sex tape, right? Not only did Destiny share his own friend's sex tape, but it's, I don't think I have much blowjob stuff recorded. So instead of just not sending a blowjob video to this Rose person, it's, ooh, there was this girl one time. She was young. Oh God, that's, she was kind of new and she wasn't that good. Bro, come on.
Wait. What did my favorite blue-haired feminist with the name Destiny do?
You know what he did?
Hopefully nothing too unsightly and career-ending.
Not only did he share this girl's fucking sex tape, a girl whose whole thing was, I got big without fucking Destiny, ruining her fucking reputation. Not only did he do that, apparently she sucked at giving head. And that was conveyed through the message prior to it being sent. She was really young and inexperienced. What a weird fucking thing for a 30-year-old man to say. What a fucking weird thing to say, dude. Guys, you understand? This is another one. Thank you for that. It's January 23rd. When you go in 2023, that doesn't imply 2 years ago. Okay? We're in like the first week of 2025. That's basically saying last year I was too much of a gooner. Okay, what does 2023 mean? He's 36? Yeah, but at the time of this was like... Oh, so then he would be 36. Then he'd be 33. I apologize. I apologize to the numbers people. Yeah, so people are arguing with me like a ton on this. They're like, well, actually, Nicholas, that's not where the leak is. It's super cringe. Anywho, so Pxie raised over $27,000. Unfortunately, the source is Mike from PA, who keeps retweeting me despite the fact that I fucking hate him. And this is the, I don't think we read this last time. On November 29th, I learned that Destiny non-consensually shared pornographic images of me towards others. If you wish to read more details of this situation, here's my official statement below. I'm going to have to mute this for a second. I'm so sorry. To clarify, Lauren Hayden helped me set up the fundraising account, and she is not my lawyer/legal representation. I will be suing him for violating U.S. Federal Code 15, civil action relating to the disclosure of intimate images and publication of private, and then read more. So this thing is being pushed to like $27,000 already. It has exceeded its original goal of $25,000. Obviously, we'll get to Chaeiry later. Chaeiry has filed a criminal complaint on Destiny, which obviously is different, and it's significantly more severe, but also is not really super actionable at this moment because there's literally nothing I can do to prove that it occurred. So we'll be referencing it, but ultimately I can't make a heads or tails. I haven't spoken to Chaeiry. I know people who have spoken to Chaeiry. They tell me it's compelling. That's not really enough for me, but we'll move forward regardless. Since posting this, I've received countless messages of women informing me they've received pornographic content from Destiny. Content that they now believe wasn't made or sent with consent. Now, made with is obviously a significant upgrade in terms of severity. Sent with consent sounds more of the same. This is not surprising to me because there were more photos just in the leaks and videos in the leaks than were previously accounted for. There's like, again, people talk about this all the time, but they don't usually use this context for it. The blowjob video, the Destiny is gay blowjob Nick Fuentes video. Now, knowing that Pxie's was sent without consent, right? It's plausible to come to the conclusion that that video might have also not been sent with consent. We don't know for a matter of fact. It's a random Grindr hookup. But again, I don't know many people who'd be like, yeah, you can take this compromising video of me and send it to random people online. There's obviously Melina who's spoken about it. She claims that things have been released without her consent. There's several different clips that are kind of all been jumbled together. Ultimately, though, Destiny has threatened her into silence, so I don't know if she's going to like issue another statement on top of that. But that's at least 3 people, one of which is completely confirmed. One is mostly like, I'd say like 96% true. And then lastly is the Grindr person who I personally believe, but that's not really enough to, that's not an actionable thing either at this point. But now there's apparently up to 3, what was this, countless messages. I heard there was up to 3 more from JSTLK. So now there's potentially even more people who are, who have come out here. This is a disastrous situation for Destiny, I'd say. It seems like a worst case scenario at the moment. And he's obviously taking it super well. I think we have that right here, right? He's taking this super well. Bro, if I need to go on a sex offender registry, I'm taking 20 other streamers with me. Okay, lol W. Why do you know 20 other sex offenders? What is going on at Twitch? I'm so confused. Why does this guy know 20 sex offenders? I hate doing this because it reminds me of Jake Weddle. But like, I like unironically, like, what the fuck, dude? See dead people. Apparently this is Twitch.tv. Those are all Destiny's friends, apparently. What the fuck is going on? Why are there fucking 20 sex offenders over at Twitch? I don't understand what's happening right now. Or why he thinks this makes him look good? I don't understand. I call this a crash out. There are people in my replies being like, Nicholas, this is a strong response from Destiny. You wait and see. It's like, okay, fun. Again, this is great content for me, I guess. I'll cover all 20 of them, but I don't really see how that makes Destiny's situation any better. I personally do think it's kind of a crash out. But yeah, apparently all of Destiny's friends are now on lock. I don't know what's going on. Apparently Twitch is Hollywood. We're going to have a Me Too movement this year. This is going to be a... Back to where we were. Okay. So we're just getting through the minor updates. Now here's the big coup de grace of what I wanted to talk about tonight. We're jumping straight into it. We're not going to do too much ahead of it. But we're going to be talking about Not So Erudite. Not So Erudite, of course, is Destiny's co-host of Bridges, an employee of Steven, someone who I've been told 16 times in the past 48 hours is someone who's currently here on a work visa or trying to get citizenship and is working for Destiny. Okay, this is a person who is reliant on Destiny's employment to remain in the country. All right, that's important because apparently it's justification for any negative thing ever because she's got a lot riding on it. Okay, don't forget that, because if you don't mention that 42 times, people get really upset with you, even if it is kind of your argument. I don't know, whatever. Now, my statement with the info so far, my opinion will be updated as information is made available. I have little info on new claims. My opinion will continue to update as the information does. Now, this was my first, like, oh, I'm not going to like this statement moment. My opinion will continue to update as new information does. I don't understand why now is now not as good a time as any. So keep in mind, Erudite finds out in November, charitably, I think she says December, finds out in December that this stuff is going on. Now, this isn't like, oh, I've got one screenshot from Chud Logic, or I've heard a rumor. This is someone who confronted Destiny personally, who's also stuck in a triangle as she's friends with Pxie, right? This is Pixie's close friend, and this is Destiny's employee, and apparently also friend. I don't know the dynamic, but all these people know each other. She has access to every single party. She knows in December. Now, nothing was done about this. Erudite is still currently employed by Destiny, but now that it's public, we're going to hear a statement, and it's implying that things will update as information does, ignoring the fact that Destiny's already confessed. Destiny has already confessed of violating her friend's trust, okay, and sending a fucking sex tape of his 19-year-old, apparently poor blowjob to a random OnlyFans girl that he wanted to sleep with. Now, I'll reiterate what I said last stream. If you're just sending compromising videos of your friends to random people, you probably have done this before. Can't prove it, but people usually don't start by sending intimate videos of their friends to complete and total strangers. That's usually like over time, this thing kind of goes a little crazy. So I'm expecting fully to see more stuff as we move forward, but this is Erudite's response. Here we go. I've only ever looked into the leaks and reached out to Pxie because I was concerned with her well-being. I spoke to Pxie in person. She made it clear for her desire to bridge the gap between her and Steven, her desire for as little attention on the leaks and everything identifying her as possible. One, Both my involvement and my silence were at Pxie's request. My greatest concern for this whole thing has been her well-being. Here are the logs, first and second. Now, we've gone through some of these from President Sunday, who I will be the first to say, those screenshots, I don't know necessarily if they're... Imgur, okay. I don't know necessarily if that was the most charitable interpretation or charitable read of Erudite thus far, so I am going into this with a more open mind, but not really. Hey, hi, want to chat? Or do you have a friend? I'm worried about you. I don't really know what I'm going to say. I'm not planning to kill myself or anything at this moment, but I feel so tired over living, and I feel like I'm never going to live in a world where I find justice and peace, and it's like I'm trying to give myself a few days before I make any final decisions, but the writing is on the wall. That tells me everything. I'm really sorry. I won't begin to tell you I understand because I don't, but I do care. I want to see you safe and find peace and pursue justice. Can I be annoying and ask to spend some time with you? Which is good. That is exactly what she said it was. Redirect notice. Imgur, second screenshot. To start thinking more extreme and nuclear options to deal with, but I'm trying to avoid spiraling down that line of thought because I'm trying to hold out for hope and just not scare you. I'm 100% not going to do anything to myself, and no matter what he says during the holiday season, because I don't want to traumatize my friends during that time. I believe we read this. Supposedly to be happy, and even if he responds negatively, it doesn't mean I'm going to auto-kill myself. I'm trying to contemplate all different courses of action, including going public, and then, if I can't take the humiliation, then killing myself versus a plan of scheduling a note for after I die. I'm also looking into lawyers, but I want to see what he has to say before deciding to do a nuclear option. Can I share this with Steven? So yeah, we did read these messages on the previous one. Now, these are the logs. Imgur. This should be multiple screen. No, it was a screen capture. Okay, so these are moving. We'll get back to that if we need it, but I don't think we necessarily need to relitigate most of that. I have never been interested in shutting down conversation about this topic, only mentioning to narrow the question of who could have been leaked, and again at Pxie's request. In the FQ messages, I explicitly tell her to leave her comment up just to remove the part about mutual friends to further increase the likelihood of people knowing it was Pxie or going to the trouble to find a mutual friend in question. I just wanted to remove the comment. If I just wanted to remove the comment, I would have done so. I would not have reached out to FQ. Upon learning of the leaks and Pxie's potential involvement, I investigated privately, contacting Aaron. I then spoke to Pxie and Steven in person separately. I never defended, supported, or minimized Steven's sharing of Pxie's intimate images. Most of my conversations with Steven about this topic were in person and confrontational. I fought with him, advocated reconciling with Pxie. My mediation for Pxie ended when she opted to reach to Steven directly because I felt unable to navigate her monetary requests. Again, I have no problem with any of this so far. Up until this point, probably. I think that's fine. I think that some of the messages were a bit out of context, so I understand why she's kind of concerned at what people were drawing conclusions from there. Note there are a few DMs of our disagreements, but I found to substantiate the timing of me voicing disagreement and pushing him. I viewed him as genuinely remorseful and acting to fix the harms he had done, which is why I remained a business partner with him. I am very disappointed and angry with him that he opted to not reconnect with Pxie. I learned of the allegations Chaeiry made yesterday. I supported her in Pxie's decisions and the lawsuit charges. I've paused Bridges' releases. I've canceled guests, and I will evaluate business relations as I learn more. I asked Steven for information, but he's uncomfortable sharing due to legal involvement. Everything here is released with all parties' consent. My DMs with Pxie were not given to Sunday or others. Now, I'll click that in a second, but this is fucking ridiculous. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck, dude. I don't give a fuck. I don't care how many people are going to come fucking crying in my messages being like, no, Pxie sounds so good here. This is spineless. This is pathetic. Okay? I view him as genuinely remorseful. Is this what remorseful looks like? Bro, if I go on the sex offender registry, I'm taking 20 other people with me. I'm sorry, not Pxie. I fucking said it wrong. Erudite. I'm sorry. This is my fucking Erudite. This is my problem with Erudite. Okay, that's not fucking remorseful. It's just not. It's flat out not remorseful. Destiny going and ranting in his fucking stream chat the entire day. Destiny shutting down his subreddit. And making it so you can only comment in one post. That's not what, none of this is showing remorse. This is ridiculous. That's hilarious. Destiny is the guy who streams through all of this stuff, and now he's going to go on a fortress arc and take like the rest of the month off. I'm sorry. This is fucking absurd. So I responded to her and I said this. I think this clears some stuff up with motivations, but I can't for the life of me understand why you've continued to pursue a business relationship with someone who's admitted to distributing a trusted friend intimate recordings so you could try to sleep with a garden variety OnlyFans whore. I viewed him as genuinely remorseful and acting to fix the harms he had done is absurd to say when you're caught between your boss who violated your friend. You've been extremely spineless. And I agree with this take. I know JSTLK fought me on it, but I'm sorry, like, when is the line here? Oh, I view him as remorseful. And what is the new information you need to learn? You kind of know everything already. He did it. What does he have to do for you to drop him? And I'll tell you this, I watched some of the interview and it feels like the goalpost was created once she learned about like what's the worst thing Destiny has done so far. And then we're gonna put the goalpost there. And if it gets a little bit worse, I'll leave. I'm sorry, it's fucking crazy. What was their stance on the guy seeing the nudes? Because if they said that was bad, it's 100% worse. I'm not really sure. And then I had I'm sorry, wait, where is it? I had this person reach out to me. I thought this was funny. They said, who do you work with? Who do you work with? And I clicked on their profile and it was like, I said, me, myself, and I don't need to ride a sex-obsessed freak's coattails to make my money, but it appears you're just as spineless as the one who puts your allowance in your pocket. Apparently this is fucking Erudite's editor. I don't know. I found that kind of funny. But Erudite, again, someone who claims to be, you know, a real understanding person, who claims to be waiting for Steven, right? If you go to her profile, this is interesting. I found this interesting because it's not like she's doing a ton right now. She's retweeting some support, but she retweets a post blaming me. Oh, I'm so sorry, Erudite. What did I have to lose? Why did it take me so long to make a statement? I have no idea, Erudite. Why didn't you, the person who has access to every specific party who's heard confessions from Destiny, why didn't you do something? Or why didn't you leave? Oh, but it's my fault. You're going after the YouTubers who didn't have any fucking evidence. That's absurd. I'm sorry. That's part of the reason I don't believe Erudite. That's personally part of my problem with Erudite. Null from Kiwi Farms has issued a response that he will be supporting the victims. Well, the victim S plural, if that turns out to be the... I'm sorry, this is fucking hilarious. If he tries to fuck with us, implying that Destiny is going to sue Kiwi Farms, I will not only crowdfund our defense, but I will crowdfund our offense. For every single one of the victims, we raised $150,000 in 2 days for Greer and LFJ. I will bury him in litigation and drip feed the internet court document drama for lawtubers to eat up for the next half decade of his life. He will never be known as a serious political entity again. Tired of dealing with this fucking censorship by litigation bullshit. Holy, oh my god. I'm sorry, I can't even start my stream without breaking news dropping, because supposedly Kiwi Farms is getting, I guess, targeted. There's talks of suing Kiwi Farms, so Null is coming out aggressively. That's what's happening right now. Holy shit. So there's a few more things I want to go over real fast, and we're gonna pull them up, and there's a... Oh my god, dude. So now we have to start going through his response, which is not... This is what he's been doing all day.
Can I say something to you, Nick?
People can describe things however they want, like we did in 2024. My only real... Again, in 2024 is a month ago. People can describe things however they want, like we did in 2024. My only real area of interest is politics and stuff going forward. I've been out of the drama interpersonal game for a long time. They can all do that on Jewstalker's stream. Oh, God, why did he pick J-Stalk as his name? Then he banned three people in a row. Then he said, sex therapy, lol W. Like I said, if I need sex therapy, then so do 100 other streamers. The reality is, ever since I started Vyvanse, my desire for any of these types of interactions has fallen off a cliff. And that's why all this shit is pre-2024. And pre-2024 is just like a year ago. It's literally, it's a year and 20-something days ago. This is so fucking stupid. This is actually fucking unreal. Oh, I wasn't medicated yet. I didn't take my don't distribute potential revenge porn pills. The Tommy C pills, you thought that was the worst thing. Did I not ask you nicely? Holy shit, dude. This is just ridiculous. Oh no! What am I gonna do? He didn't take his no revenge porn pills. Trias, the Trias, the naturalized citizen one, is pretty sweatstony, but I haven't read what legal scholars are saying about it. It's a little spooky that the Supreme Court is going to be evaluating so many constitutional matters. Then IP ban. Anyways, like I said before, I've definitely made mistakes and fucked up. All I can do is promise to do better and change my behavior going forward. I'll figure out and settle what needs to be settled in the background. If it's too much, then leave. If not, welcome to 2025. Then an IP ban. Yep. Then Destiny said, in fact, it's actually super epic and hilarious when vids of guys get leaked, or when you tweet out random sexual details like 15-2 to epically own them publicly. Does anybody know what 15-2 is? Bro really said everyone else does. Yeah, I mean, he just found his Axiom pills. What is 15-2? No idea. People were, I think JSTLK knew what this was, but it's a Chaeiry meme. That's not true. Men are never damaged by any of this stuff. Pxie and the people behind her just want money. There's no dude, I'm sorry. Dude, did you just hear all the shit? All the shit that fucking Erudite just said about how Destiny wants to be a better person, and then it's Pxie and people behind her just want money, so there's no point in going after the hacker. He's just probably some broke loser anyway, so they won't even mention his name. So they won't even mention him. Oh my god. That's so fucking funny, dude. Oh, it's Destiny came 15 times and she came twice. Oh. I mean, yeah, she was fucking crazy for posting all that stuff. Destiny. Anyways, I dumped all the Israel videos to August so those can finally get uploaded again. IP ban. There's a huge revenge porn angle for sure, but that's from a guy who dumped everything publicly, and anyone saying anything different is actually fucking retarded. I've never done anything maliciously, or any of that is insane. Lav, Mr. Rapist, Jew Stalker. Allegations say that's fucking retarded. My only crime is being too much of a gooner. This is just so pathetic. He's like just... Dude, he literally can't even concede what he did. Oh, I was too much of a gooner in 2023 and earlier. What, you mean a year ago? Literally last year? 100% sure, though I can't say anything specifically. And it's just like, I'm reading all this stuff, and then they're like, guys, you don't understand. You don't understand, guys. You don't understand. Erudite's doing the right thing, guys. Erudite's doing so good right now. This is somebody who fucking is trying to be rehabilitated. This is somebody who's genuinely showing remorse and care for others other than himself. I'm actually like so fucking confused. Where are some of these messages? I need to find some of these. I need to argue with these people. This one's crazy. Look at this one. Private messages to a sex worker who he was trying to build a bridge with. Guys, Destiny was not leaking nudes without his former partner's consent, okay? He was trying to build a bridge with a sex worker, and it backfired. I don't know why that's so hard for you to say correctly. That's what this is what the Bridges podcast is. What the fuck is wrong with you? That's just such a funny answer. Bro doesn't know what leaked means. Sharing a picture of my friend's weird-looking cock with my girlfriend and us laughing at it is not leaking his pics. I hope that helps. I mean, this is like a sex pest adjacent take. It's just so weird. He didn't leak it. He intentionally shared it with a 19-year-old. I'm sorry, there's so many nice people from DGG who have been super reasonable about this. And then there's extremely weird, degenerate sex pests who are saying extremely weird, degenerate sex pest adjacent things. And there's really not like there's no real in between. There's just normal people and like weird sex pests.
I don't respect you.
Destiny entered politics, created Vosh and Hassan, lost control of both of them, and then blew himself up. That's true. What is this? Hi, I need an expert psycho magician to explain where the remorseful part is. Queeman's on the money. He's on the money. Let me see. Nope, not that one. There were a few of these. Oh, God. Bro, you're really twisting this. You and JSTLK seem to be the only ones twisting this shit. You're kind of like Mr. Girl. By the way, you can't even say his name in GGG because it's like Voldemort, right? I don't know if you're really helping the victims at this point, but giving enough smoke to Destiny so he can move past it. I'm helping Destiny? Move past it? Me? I'm helping Destiny? Okay. Bro, you sound like those retarded lefties when they can't find any middle ground. If a dude gets drunk and kills 3 people, does that invalidate anything else he's done in his life? Should his family and friends completely repudiate him? I know you're young, man, but come on. So I sent I took his example and I just subbed in, instead of hot dog killer, I put drunk driver, and I sent him the entire 9 fucking paragraph thing, right? And then I said, and mind you, this is being said the day after the public found out. Destiny, who's IP banning victims, accusers, and former friends for a week, this week, talked about releasing more information on other streamers in retaliation, threatened his wife, locked down his subreddit, and took a break, is not really showing signs of wanting to be a better man. You sound delusional right now. Take a deep breath and try to be less reactionary next time. Why? All I said is, I need to turn off the Erudite interview because she sounds horrible. I have no idea how I'm going to react to this tonight. Well, I guess I do. She sounds like she's morally bankrupt and a coward, the duration that I've heard, which, again, I've heard it all now. It's kind of how it comes off to me. Let's see. She is morally bankrupt. Just because your moral system deals in absolutes doesn't mean it's correct. She gave the exact same opinion I'd expect from anyone who works in addiction counseling. Like, what is the... I understand why people are mad at sweepers. This is crazy. This is so fucking crazy. I hear you turn your charitability off and on in your voice when you talk about her currently. You'll really be understanding for people like Dan. By the way, Dan is subjected to significant portions of the criticism that I have delivered tonight. I will loop this back around. The problem is Dan didn't do an hour-and-a-half interview with fucking Tom like this. The Dan conversation wasn't great. It wasn't the best conversation ever, but Erudite's conversation was significantly worse. I haven't seen the one on JSTLK, to be clear, so he could have really bombed on JSTLK too. But from the one Dan conversation, the Kylo one is objectively worse. The stream, yeah. Dan is guilty of many of the same criticisms. So again, I put that up here. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is one where, let me see, look at this one. This was Nicholas DeOrio knew very early on about the non-consensual distribution of nudes, yet he and his clique, including Turkey Tom, knowingly remained silent about it. Absolutely, because we didn't have any proof that we could move forward with it. Nicholas DeOrio openly lied, attacked statements made by the first person who spoke out, Melina. Absolutely didn't do that. You can go watch the clip from today that was posted on the channel. We absolutely did not attack Melina at any point. Go watch the New Year's stream. It's not real. Discrediting her character. Didn't do that either. Muddying the water by bringing up irrelevant drama from years ago. Never happened. All to protect Destiny. When? I agreed with Chud Logic on that stream. You can go back and listen to it. I verbatim say, I agree with Chud Logic, and then I explained how you probably shouldn't be posting fucking revenge porn or leaking nudes or whatever without consent. Behind closed doors, Nicholas DeOrio has admitted how afraid he is of DGG. Not afraid of DGG. DGG literally can't do anything to me. I'm afraid of misrepresenting a story without any evidence, while publicly aligning with and enabling the rabid cult-like community and downplaying their insanity. Again, they're welcome to come here and leave a big fat dislike on the stream tonight. We're interacting with them all on social media right now. There are plenty of DGG people who've been super understanding, and then there are people like this person who's retarded. Lastly, when asked if he stands behind I did this to protect the victims, while he himself has actively attacked the victim who came out about the story, literally never happened. As soon as it dropped, I apologized for being in President Sunday's video immediately. I reached out to them and spoke to them immediately. So again, none of this have literally ever happened, but cool. What did she say to make you think that she's morally bankrupt? Maybe that's because you're a social retard. If anybody gave a fuck about the victim, definitely not you, loser. It's Erudite. Then why are you downplaying what happened to her? Well, if it was worse, I'd really condemn Steven. Okay. She supported Pxie on the verge of her suicide and never defended Destiny's actions ever slightly. Her remaining there is inherently a defense of Destiny because it is a defense of Destiny's ability to continue to earn income from her work. Sorry. It's just the way that it is. Let me see. Are there any others that I need to pull in here? Anybody say anything about this? What is this one? I don't think she wants a payday. She wants you to have consequences. If you're wrong about her, she just fucked you over or whatever. Okay. Are you insane? She said nothing wrong in that interview and literally did nothing wrong to Pxie. You got your W by exposing Destiny and his horrible behavior, but now you're literally just shooting for the hip, trying to get another W. It's just like insane. Augie's right. They've literally just moved from Destiny to Kyla and will just infinitely defend Kyla. It's just so weird. How can you watch that interview and say that it's good? Yeah, she did sound terrible, but Pxie's opinion should matter. And again, I agree. I think Pxie's opinion is totally valid. And I think that Sunday took her out of context, but like that doesn't make the interview good. Hurry up, Chud's not around yet. Is it the one with Tom? She said what Destiny's did is bad, but is willing to work with him to get him to change his behavior. I don't think that's cancel worthy. Again, I think that if people are not willing to like, if she's not willing to like fix this situation or whatever, or do the right thing, then I think it is totally cancel worthy. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Let me see. So we got another message here from Destiny. Oh, this is the 15 too. Bro, if you need to go on the sex offender registry, if I need to go on the sex offender registry, I'm taking 20 other streamers with me. And I said this earlier in the stream, but like, why do you know 20 other streamers that might end up on the sex offender registry or have done like extremely horrible things? Because I don't. Why? Maybe he doesn't have enough actionable information, I guess. Maybe that's the charitable take there. I don't know. But again, this doesn't scream, I'm super rehabilitated, guys. I'm trying to do the right thing here. This is like kicking and screaming on the way out. It's pathetic. What about this one? Radio Math, I agree with you for the most part. It's Jover in the sense that oh god, I hate fucking Twitter, dude. That a mass exodus of the community. And for like, so this person wrote, hey, yeah, it really sucks that like there's a mass exodus and he really did something wrong this time. And then Destiny IP banned him and said soy. Holy shit, dude. This is actually fucking gross. But yeah, when I see stuff like the other one where it's like I can name 20 other people, it's really like Destiny. Now, obviously, in response to Erudite, Chaeiry has come out and said Destiny's business partner, Not So Erudite, is claiming to support me. She has me blocked for well over a year now after she refused to engage with me after I confronted her and her husband's abhorrent behavior towards an SA victim disliked by Destiny. To this day, she refused to honestly acknowledge what happened. What she did had instead allowed others to harass me, call me crazy, obsessed, and jealous to avoid criticism. So Erudite, in her response, said, I learned about allegations to Chaeiry, I support her. And Chaeiry said, the bitch hasn't even unblocked me, basically. That's her statement. Now, simultaneously, this clip exists, and it's uncomfortable. This is, I think this is a year ago, so it's not recent. But this is just a video of Erudite defending Destiny, and it's kind of funny. I'm going to play it.
Steven is like a really, really good person. Like, a lot of people think that the only reason I'm friends with him is because of like the personal benefits that I have. And that's actually in part why I never go on his stream, is because I'm worried that he and others will feel like the only reason I'm friends with him is because of what I can gain. But I just think he's a like deeply good person, even though he's a very flawed person as well. And he's a much better person than he gives himself credit for.
What is Bunty King to you?
And it makes me sad because he'll just like take other people talking like pretty horribly about him. And
see, this is pushing me towards retarded because she's completely delusional. This is not like, I mean, okay.
He's like, I mean, yeah, I have lots of flaws, and he'll just like own it. And I'm like, bro, if you were literally anybody else who's more shitty than you, you would be like demanding that people like see your side more. I don't know. Maybe I'm biased. Obviously, he's like a good friend of mine, but I think Steven doesn't advocate for even how wonderful of a person he is. When I say good, I don't mean flaw, like no flaws.
It just keeps going.
Perfect. I mean, there's lots of flaws, but there's like a striving and an intention.
Why is this clip so long?
There, and maybe he hasn't always been that way, but since I've been interacting, I see like this intentionality to try to take responsibility.
By the way, the original audio for this has like some fucking person like like it's supposed to be like fucking like foaming out the mouth, but it really just sounds like. Whoever edited this, it really sounds like revenge porn is playing in the background, and it's not. It's just someone fucking like foaming out of the mouth.
To try to take responsibility and like to try to self-improve, and like goddamn, there's not a lot of people that are trying as hard as Steven is, and I don't know. I just really appreciate that about him and other people.
Yeah, I think it's just, I struggle because good is vague. If you're going to ask me, like, is Steven kind? I would actually say, yeah, in a lot of ways he is. Like, that's an easy one for me to define and, like, know what examples of that would look like.
It's just so fucking pathetic. I don't know. It's just so weird. This is a whole thread, too.
Fucking help me.
Or anything.
You guys are, like, forcing me to fucking sweep for Steve. Listen.
Well, no, do it. Go for it. Like,
you seem forced to do this frequently.
Okay. First of all, okay, I would say that I'm pretty confident that everyone who was featured in these videos also sent videos of them and other people as well.
Okay, so that's great, Dan. That's awesome. Why, Dan? What the fuck? That's fantastic, Dan. That's great. I'm so glad that you... What a great argument. I think that everybody who goes on these streams with all these viewers should be required to build the stream from the bottom up, so they're just not retarded when it comes to these situations. This is actually insane that he said that. That is, like, fucking deplorable, too. Holy shit. That is actually fucking brutal. What is this? Can I share something? Can I share this? Okay, we already read those. Yeah. This video above was taken shortly after Destiny divorced Erudite's friend. Oh my god, that was about Melina? These recent DMs where Erudite claims she knows the wishes of all the victims is to remain silent happened after the same friend start. So, I get that you're mad at me, that's fair. We got our so she, like, heard that the Melina divorce stuff was happening. And then she just dropped, like, a whole... Like, that was after Destiny threatened his ex-wife on stream then? Or maybe it was before. Drawing more attention to it for the sake or whatever. Do you acknowledge that Melina claims Steven shared these videos without her consent? Have you confronted Steven privately about this? Will you disassociate with him for sharing another woman's sex tape without her consent? Gotcha. I'm not an extension of Steve. You are not a feminist? Again, like... This is the first time I'm seeing this right now. This is actually fucking ridiculous. This is, like, actually so fucking... Like, this is insane. I don't even like this person. This is depressing. I'm sorry. I don't see it. I don't know what DGG sees in this girl. That's fucking... It's so weird. Okay. Alright. Well, that's gross. Not helping the cult allegations, no.
Ask you nice enough?
That's brutal. That's a brutal thread by Chaeiry. Now, we're going to get to the allegations by Chaeiry. Keep in mind, I can't substantiate these. I've heard no evidence that any of this stuff is legitimate. The reason why we're even talking about it today with a, I guess, more of a... I guess the reason why we're talking about it is because, like, A, it's out there, it's in the public space, it's been reported on by news media, and B, Chaeiry is supposedly given a statement to the police. So this is an in-progress thing. Today I was made aware of an intimate audio recording taken of me without my consent that was also shared without my consent. I'm upset right now. I'm going to give myself time to process. My understanding is that 2 people reached out to her saying, I've heard you have sex with Steven in, like, a recording or whatever. So I guess Steven is just sharing all these fucking videos around with tons of people, allegedly now. This is serious. The person who received these recordings from Destiny was not aware that I didn't consent to the recording. They recognized me by my voice and messaged me today out of concern. I don't feel comfortable sharing more right now. That was the first message initially. Then we moved on to Destiny has blocked me and banned me from, and all people supporting me from his community. This is obviously JSTLK. This is JSTLK, this is Chaeiry, and this is Pxie. So he's blocked the victim, the accuser, and the friend. So that's great. I have not done... And if you were going to say, like, he's banned Chaeiry because Chaeiry's lying, well, he also banned Pxie, and she's not. So I have not done anything besides asking him for an explanation as to what I was assured this is something he didn't do to me. When I wasn't given one privately, I spoke publicly. I'm not involved in any lawsuit or coordinating with anyone seeking justice due to leaks in November. I thought they had my empathy and support. Though they have my empathy and support and efforts, it's only yesterday I became aware that Destiny had recorded me while we had sex without my consent. And while he had no regard for me, he also shared it with others. 2 women have now let me know they've received sexual recordings taken of me in September 2023 without my consent. Obviously not 2024, so he hadn't taken his Vyvanse yet. He didn't take his stop revenge porn pills. I thank them so much for their concern for me. No amount of public humiliation will ever make me regret being made aware of what's been done to me. Again, obviously, we've learned that Erudite will disavow Destiny for surezies after this drops, clearly. I'll be filing a police report and pressing charges. I will not post my own revenge porn online. I showed parts of it to my friend to show him what was sent to me and asked for help. He is now being harassed for supporting and believing me. I submitted my report and my evidence to the police this morning. It'll be filled within 3 to 5 days. Despite me trying to do my best, there was no certain way to submit the report and keep my identity anonymous in filing. Being public is the only reason I was able to find out what happened to me, but I'm worried about harassment moving forward, and I'm doing my best to do the right thing and also protect myself. And then lastly, I do not care if we're friends, enemies, or strangers. If we disagree politically and debated harshly, I don't care. If you have dismissed me, wrote me off as mentally ill in the past, or if I've made brutal criticisms of your behavior, I don't care. This is unforgivable. These are unforgivable crimes to me. I empathize with anyone who's insecure and concerned to throw stones in a glass house. Do not let this man scare you or threaten you into thinking that you're the same as him. Do not let Destiny make you think your silence or support of him up to this point or any point is a scarlet A on your name forever. I know it was done to me, and I know who did it. And this is obviously the post that we showed before. Now, again, I've been looking into Destiny's community. There's like the DGG community. And I mean, like, I'm seeing some, like, there are people who are pushing back, and then there's just really weird, degenerate shit. Let me see if I can find... I don't know who I sent this to. I was showing it to somebody, and I don't remember who got it. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. I'm not seeing it. Maybe it's on my phone? Oh, my phone fucking died. Rip. Did I send it to Smaggle? I saw a poll. Yeah, look at this. Ready? This one is crazy. What Destiny did is super fucked up, but he's too important of a liberal influencer required to combat conservative talking points. And he should be given another chance, especially looking at our current political climate. Do you agree with this sentiment? Now, I can't vote, but it got 4,000 of them. And then someone said, the fact that yes is winning is reason enough for any woman to leave this community, even if Destiny is completely innocent. Like, I'm actually just completely shocked that, like, there's, like, a percentage of the audience that really thinks this way. It's actually extremely gross. And I think that behavior should be called out. It was like 60-40. Yeah, that's disgusting. 60% of the audience wants to sweep it up. So, cool. Very fun. Is there anything super important that I'd like to contribute to this? Nope. Adam something defending Vosh again? Guys, it's an election year. In 4 years, we have to do something here. Oh yeah, this is the... if you're wondering what that video was before that we played, Destiny the streamer posted it. It was, Steven, your abuse is sick. And you can pull it up here. It was posted, at the time I did this 44 minutes ago. And it was one of the first comments. But this is the one we were playing before.
I'm going to make it on that podcast. Oh, yeah. That's why it's like a very hazy area. Where might as well be a 15-year-old to me. It's all the...
That's a crazy clip, dude. A 19-year-old might as well be a 15-year-old to me years before he did it. Thank you so much, BBB. I appreciate your 20. That's like unreal. This is like a couple years before he would film this sex tape with Pxie. And he's like, a 19-year-old to me is basically a 15-year-old. I'd never seen that before, neither did I. This Destiny the streamer guy is a really good YouTuber. Have you ever checked out their channel? The JF documentary. We're never going to be able to laugh about this again, so we'll watch it tonight.
In JF's own words, he convinced her to leave her family and join him in North Carolina, and then after 3 weeks of being with her, a girl that had never lived on her own, worked a job, lived apart from her parents, been in a relationship, he convinced her to try to have a child with him. 2 independent psychiatrists evaluated this girl. The first said that she had the social and mental skills of a 10 to 11-year-old child, and the second one said that she wasn't fit to make the decision. That is insanely inappropriate for a 32-year-old guy to do that to a 19-year-old girl.
That's called love, you idiot.
Anyway, she's dead now. No, it's actually a different girl. JF had the one who was like too retarded to function that he was like forcefully removed from. And then the new girl who was like crazy, who like lost her job, she's missing. And nobody talks about it. JF is accused of killing his wife, and nobody talks about it. It's crazy. Chat, we have 4,000 people watching. If anybody lives in Canada by the woods, they're looking for JF's wife. Still, okay? Still to this day. And if anyone has any info on I'm Alex, okay, I'm Alex was accused of domestic violence, okay? And threatening to bash his girlfriend's skull in with a brick. Nobody's seen that guy either. Well, we got 4,000 people watching, all right? Nobody's seen that guy. Nobody's seen JF's wife. All right, just to be clear, these are just some talking points that are going to come up every stream for the rest of the year. Just got to mention those. Destiny gets gnomed highlight reel. Yeah, this is Anthony Fantano in.
I got an email from Anthony Fantano telling me good job on my Trump debate.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's not going to happen again. I have a feeling that's not going to happen again. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah. Say her name, Mama JF or Alice. Yeah. I don't know Mama JF's name. Something French probably. Alora Plantain. If you guys know where Alora Plantain is, all right, contact local Canadian police departments. I'm still looking, but there's a lot of woods here. Well, I mean, we need to find him. We need to find her. All right. Bo Black's booting up Destiny Bully stream. Could you imagine? He'd still somehow find a way to lose. If you ever want to watch a 3-hour documentary on the time Destiny said the N-word, it's right there. Yeah, Destiny the streamer. It's a new alternative to what you guys were. Joe Biden! Thank you for the $50!
Imelix is outside my house screaming the N-word and talking about 14 pages. Send help immediately.
14 pages! Let me close this. Close group tabs.
I don't respect you.
Oh God! Wait, I forgot about this clip. XQC talking about Jew Stalker.
You know,
XQC.
It's something that's going to have to be bared out in court. And, you know, I'm sure there's going to be subpoenas for people's phones and look at all the information. But it's just good to have shareability on both.
Is that Vegan Gains?
But it's just good to have shareability on both sides and see what.
J-Stalk was going to rebrand on YouTube to N-Stalker, and that was probably a way bad. That was a horrible idea on his part.
Information, but it's just good to have shareability on both sides and see what each person might have been doing, rather than just completely condemning them. But so far, with what I've seen, Destiny is being a complete dickhead.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think he should be on the sex offender registry.
What was the moan? Where?
And see what each person might have been doing, rather than just completely condemning them. But so far, with what I've seen, Destiny is being a complete dickhead.
At the start?
What? You know,
XQC.
It's something that's going to have to be bared out in court. And, you know, I'm sure there's going to be subpoenas for people's phones and look at all the information. But it's just good to have shareability on both.
Oh, it was fucking XQC.
But it's just good to have shareability on.
I thought it was fucking. You know what it sounds like? Does this not sound like the clip of Just a Robot? That's what a cute little pussy. Like, yeah.
What is Bunty King to you? A person?
It's just good to have shareability.
What a cute little pussy.
On both sides and see what each person might have been doing, rather than just completely condemning them. But
we hit the goal again.
So far, with what I've seen, Destiny is being a complete dickhead.
A person? Who is Bunty King?
Nicholas DeOrio.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think he should be on the sex offender registry.
Bro,
100%.
Bro, chat, this is so funny. This is like the biggest dick riders, orbiters of all time. but when there's a new lick of clout to be obtained somewhere else, when the tides flip, boom, guys.
Oh my god, bro!
Hey, this guy Destiny, never knew him. Don't know who he is, guys. Wait, what do you say? Destiny? Destiny who? Is that not a girl's name? What a joke! Like,
I mean, at least Destiny, you could say a lot of stuff about Destiny, but at least he remembered Pxie's name when he sent around her sex tape. You know? He at least remembered that Pxie gave bad head. J-Stalk can't even remember Destiny's name. Probably doesn't even know it's Steven.
Bro,
like once he's on the...
Homie, it's not clout. Like, bro, Come on, bro.
Sex offender registry in the state of Florida, I'm
on,
like, good.
Come on, bro.
It's fucking gross. I don't know. Last thing I want to put up is Ethan Klein has reacted. The H3 man, all right? He's supposed to release a content nuke, and I don't know what happened. I can't give you any information as to why the content nuke didn't release.
Who these people are. I've seen her, but they're friends. I've seen them in videos a lot together, and they apparently have a amorous past.
An amorous past? Is that like a tense of polyamorous? Is that what he's talking about? Like amorous?
And he has a penchant for filming himself doing sexual acts with people, which is already a pretty big red flag, guys. Let's not do that. I mean,
Definitely
listen.
not.
You can. There's nothing wrong with filming yourselves, okay? If that's what y'all want to do. But let's just
hold on. Somebody in chat just said Ethan's getting too thin. It's starting to tip the scale. You guys can, dude. That's a fucking crazy comment. That is a fucking crazy thing you just said.
be careful. Let's not do what Destiny did.
Oh, he said intimate?
Which is apparently sending the video.
Amorous is a word. It just means sexual. I've never heard it used that way. I learned a new word.
Without the permission of the recipient to other people to jerk off to it with him. I presume that's the...
I think it was said that it was to try and impress another party.
So it was like apparently a 19-year-old girl he was sending these to?
Yeah. Disgusting.
Which seems like extraordinarily careless. Of course this is going to come out. Now, apparently this...
And again, my big thing for this was like, I personally, maybe it's just me knocking the character of fucking online influencer related people. Even if hypothetically, let's say hypothetically Pxie took $50,000 to go to law school, even though it's not something she specifically requested, there wasn't like a doubt in my mind that 2 or 3 years down the line, like even if she was paid off, we would still like it would still come out eventually. I think that like maybe I'm reading into this too much, but it seems like Pixie's core argument is that like nothing can be done to prove that this won't happen to another girl. And no matter what sum of money was given to Pxie, I think that would still bother her. Maybe like somebody else would have to get hurt and then she'd tell the story or something. But I seriously don't buy that we would never hear this story again. Like some of the fucking naysayers are saying.
Came out because of a hacker got a hold of this girl's data.
Mm-hmm. No, Destiny's data.
I thought it got it from him? I thought it got it from this girl.
Yes, Nick, President Sunday would have leaked it. Exactly. Oh yeah, fair. Whatever. We were supposed to get content nuke this week, but I don't know what caused him to hold off on posting it. Whoever did that was great for my content next week. Oh well, good on you, Sip Man.
My understanding is that the 19-year-old got hacked. Right. Sorry.
Yeah, the 19-year-old got hacked.
I'm making a joke because the Snark subreddit said it was me. Because they were... Dude, I'm getting watched so hard right now. The Snark subreddits are watching JSTLK, Queeman, and me, and then clipping those streams. Because I said that, like, Ethan should really postpone the content nuke, or whatever. Listen, if I had something to do with that, it would be a massive deal if I had something to do with that, okay?
And you know what else is massive?
Leaked.
She had this all on her hard drive.
Right.
Destiny Center. The hacker got in and got all this shit. Now, actually, if you can believe it, the next part is even worse. This girl Pxie said, I realized that Destiny...
Nick is the problem. He got the nuke delayed. That's literally what they're saying on Reddit. That's so fucking funny.
He's been sharing this content without my permission, so I'm going to be suing him. Okay? Mm-hmm. Then another girl came out yesterday, I think it was, or the day before. What's her name? Gosh,
2 more girls.
Oh, okay.
Nick is totally in cahoots with Ethan for the content nuke. No, I'm not. I have literally never spoken to Ethan Klein outside of, I think, him helping me get my channel monetized during a glitch like 6 years ago.
So I'm not even aware of if there's a third girl. So the second girl came out. Here, let me just go to the info here.
No, I literally swear I've never spoken to Ethan other than that instance that I can even possibly recall. Cabal does not reach that far directly to Ethan.
And in my opinion, once there's two, there's more. In my opinion.
Well, these are real. These are people that like are internet personalities that he knows, that we know he's had relationships with. So it's like there's not even really any room for doubt.
Right.
Also, Pxie showed screenshots of him being like
directly,
like, "I'm so sorry. If there's anything I can do, you know, if I can pay you to."
Oh, Destiny.
Yeah.
Said that? Oh wow,
Ooh.
that's deeming.
He said stuff like, you know, I don't know if it helps, but yeah, here he is offering to pay some of her bills. He says, this feels super lame, and I don't at all want to imply that somehow just giving you money helps anything go away or fixes everything.
Why do you hate Hassan Piker? Well, I don't know. On 6 different occasions, he's called me a fucking neo-Nazi on stream. Even when I don't say anything, he pauses the stream and goes, isn't that the neo-Nazi Nick DeOrio? I don't know, dude. I can't imagine why I might not like that guy.
For you. But if you have any bills or owe money or anything, or have financial
Isn't that guy like a crypto fascist? Yeah, I have no fucking clue why I might not like that guy.
stuff I can help with, I can at the very least chip in.
Yeah, isn't that the fat crypto fascist Nazi who has a Nazi podcast? Yeah, I have no clue, no idea why I wouldn't like that guy.
And help with any of that. So it's at least one.
Is he wrong? Well, yeah, I'm not a Nazi. I'm not a crypto fascist.
One less thing you have to worry about or stress over.
Fat, he's kind of on the point for, yeah.
While you're worrying about getting through this. Now, I had heard this leak happened, and
I'm more hyped for your emergency stream on the content nuke than the actual content nuke. Well, I mean, listen, it's good that it's next week because that way it allows Chud Logic to watch it too.
I thought it was just memes and stuff because apparently there was like a picture or video of him like sucking a dude off.
Mhm.
Everyone thought that was funny, whatever.
Yeah, I am neo-fat. That's true.
And then apparently there was also like a video of him that was leaked with like his ex-wife.
Yeah, like Ethan got his hands on the singular Israeli warhead. And that's actually, the content nuke is actually not a... Dude, the reason why Ethan had to delay it a week is because he's currently awaiting a shipment from Israel.
And this girl, Pxie, I didn't know how graphic or what was in it. But I didn't know behind the scenes there was apparently an insane amount of stuff brewing that was happening. So there's that. And then this one really was like, for me, let me just pull it up. Let me make sure this is the one I'm talking about.
He confirmed his new videos about Hassan, yeah. It's crazy watching him break this down, because I feel like I didn't think he'd cover it at all. But the reality is that, like, I don't know, I think that next week when this video drops, the big Hassan Piker defense squad is like, Destiny wrote the whole video. Destiny did all this. Destiny is the guy who's in charge here, and his community is orchestrating this for Ethan. Destiny's a sex offender or whatever, and it's Ethan Klein is fucking working with a sex offender to own Hassan Piker and slander his friend. I don't know, just a whole bunch of bullshit, to be honest. That's what I'm expecting. But, I mean, it makes sense not to release it this week, because it's going to at least separate a week from this situation. It's going to get completely overshadowed by the Destiny allegations. So, I mean, I think it's a smart move. And, I mean, it's good because Chud Logic can react to it next week.
Wait, so this is his... Hold on. This isn't an accuser. This is this is his friend, Erudite. Right? This girl isn't an accuser. I think there's just one more accuser. My statement with the info so far, my opinion will update as information.
The reality of the situation is Vosh is like a weird sex guy who enjoys lolly bestiality porn. Hassan Piker is a genuine douchebag, extremely unintelligent, probably as politically illiterate as me on most things, and I literally know nothing. I'm a complete fucking normie who doesn't care about politics. And I feel like I could probably... Like, if Willie Mack Show, who is also a complete normie, can hold his own against Hassan in a debate, that's, like, extremely embarrassing. Destiny is, like, a sex-craved, degenerate weirdo who literally sells... People like, Nick, you're a bad friend. Well, you know what? I've never leaked my friend's nudes before, okay? So, I mean... That's good.
Available. Yeah, she's...
I've never leaked a sex tape of Bo Black's, all right? Boblax has never been... We never leaked Boblax's cum shot, okay? That was just something that happened to unfortunately hit everybody's feed because he became an OnlyFans pornographer.
It's not.
I'm sorry, Mansheehy. Mr. Mansheehy.
Okay, maybe.
Oh, I'm sorry if there's any DGG adjacent people that didn't know that Boblax now runs a cross-dressing porn account, and his cock was... On 111, we refer to the day that we all saw Boblax's cock.
There's some confusion there because Pxie
Do you have that pic? No. I don't have that pic.
said she knows that there's at least 3 other...
As far as there's only been one other person.
I literally told Boblax that you can't hang out with us anymore and your videos are not getting views. So they ran to porn.
Come out.
And became an OnlyFans model. If anything, they were like months away from being sent all of the explicit Destiny sex tapes because they were an OnlyFans model. You know how, like, dude, Boblax just needed to turn to porn, and then he could have started farming everyone in the community's naked videos and stuff. Because all he had to do is, like, text Destiny.
And that one is extraordinarily terrible. But this one is his friend. I think she was in... I don't want to speak out of turn. I'm not 100% sure. But she's just expressing her opinion on the situation as someone that was close to it. Now that
what about VidCon? He shared a bed with Augie, but I'm sure nothing happened.
The next person who came out was Chaeiry.
Chaeiry. I mean, this Chaeiry stuff is huge if it turns out to go somewhere, but I'm gonna wait and see.
And here's her statement, which kind of left my jaw on the floor a little bit. So she says, Destiny is blocking...
Because that's the thing, is it is objectively worse, but I can't believe that, like, Erudite is surviving off the fact that Chaeiry has released a worse allegation. Like, they're using it as almost an opportunity to say that what Destiny has done so far isn't really that bad because a worse allegation has been named. Therefore, we can now completely deviate off course and not really address the first one super well and just go, yeah, that's pretty bad, but it could have been worse. So in like some ways, I'm glad Chaeiry spoke up, but in other, like, and obviously she has the right to do so, but it's kind of disgusting and gross that they've kind of used this as a tactic to kind of like navigate around the current situation.
And banned me, and people supporting me from his community. I've not done anything besides ask him for an explanation, as I was assured this was something he didn't do to me. This didn't do to me being sharing videos of them with other people. When I wasn't given one privately, I spoke publicly. I am not involved in any lawsuit or coordination with anyone seeking justice due to the leaks in November, though they have had my empathy and support in their efforts. It is only yesterday I became aware that Destiny had recorded me while we had sex without my consent.
That is so...
That to me is like the worst.
And the thing is, like, you know what's crazy? Is I guarantee all of Ethan's fucking audience, not audience, all of Ethan's team or whatever, like the majority of these people hate Destiny. They expected this to happen. Probably, I imagine. And it's like, I can't stretch, like, I can't get away from the fact that next week, all of these people are going to be branded like Destiny supporters. Like, AB is going to get this shit. Like, AB fucking hates Destiny. And they're all going to be branded as, like, Destiny defenders and supporters and sweepers or whatever.
That's like a go to jail type of...
And then sharing it on top of that.
Because those guys just fight, like, information with misinformation. It's a disinformation fight.
Distribution.
Filming without consent is like
Freak.
It's a terrible crime. It's just a terrible crime.
Yeah.
So yeah, that part blew my mind. And with no regard for me, also shared that recording to others. 2 women have now let me know that they have seen.
All right, I'm gonna fucking... Dude, I'm gonna tell a story right now, and I don't want to I mean, I do want to implicate them, but there was a person, right? So I was hanging out with my buddy. I think I told this story once on stream before, and I found out about it because his girlfriend dumped him, right? So imagine you have a long-term 4+-year-old girlfriend, right? I mean, I always thought the guy was a little, you know, he liked to go to plays. I didn't know he was. I knew he had a girlfriend, but I didn't know, you know. I didn't know. I certainly didn't know it was like this. So one day, his girlfriend just wasn't there. Basically in college, it's kind of common. Wait, 4 years old. Oh, she was... Wait, what did I say? Not 4-year-old girlfriend. No, I said it wrong. No, I think 4+ years ago. 4+ years ago, I meant to say. Holy shit, dude. I'm getting owned. Jesus. No, so this guy had like a fucking girlfriend like 4 years ago. And this fucking, so I think the guy's a little older than me. So she was probably in her late 20s and he might have been early 30s. But, oh, dude, I totally just completely ruined the story now. Because I can't go past any, there's literally nowhere else to go. I just got completely destroyed. I'm done, buddy? No, he's done because apparently he's a pedo. I just exposed my friend for being a pedo. Okay, so I swear to God, there's actually a point to this story. So yeah, like 4+ years ago or whatever, but like back when like early college or whatever, like was I think senior year of college, his girlfriend just disappeared one day. And I was like, wait, what the fuck? Because everybody lived in these like group rent share houses because nobody could afford anything on this fucking Long Island, right? And they were like, oh yeah, I'm gonna call him Billy. His name's not Billy. It's like, oh yeah, Billy and his girlfriend broke up. And I'm like, wait, why did Billy and his girlfriend break up? And they said, well, if I tell you, you have to tell nobody about this. So, of course, I'm only going to tell my 4,000 closest friends and family. Billy, well, his girlfriend and him weren't getting back together because one day she was browsing something. Maybe she was doing her taxes or she was doing an assignment for her graduate program, but she had to use the computer, okay? The computer of Billy in his office. And she located a folder that she was not supposed to open up. And it was filled with like 100 sex tapes. And she had never even spoken to him about the concept of filming. This is like Destiny on steroids, right? So this person, yeah, literally filmed his girlfriend like a shitload of times or whatever. I think he moved out shortly after. I don't think I've seen him since. But he filmed his girlfriend close to like 100 times. And then I think he argued, if I remember correctly, it was so he could judge his performance and do better or something. Like he was just judging his performance. Did he ever mention this to me? No. I literally didn't find out until his girlfriend dumped him. And then he moved like shortly after. So I really don't know what happened to that guy. So yeah, that was a thing that happened. Autistic? I don't know. Yeah, he was doing like the Panasonic digital replay. Like you ever see like a goal, like in like a Ranger game, there was like a goal, and then they had like 16 different angles. I don't know if it was 16 different angles, but apparently this guy was just recording all of his sex on his like laptop webcam and like storing it, and then she found it and had like and I was like, yeah. So they're not getting back together. That is like some next level sex pestery.
The recording taken of me in September.
Yeah, he had VODs on, yeah.
Without my consent. Jeez. I thank them for their concern.
Jail, like it should have been jail, absolutely.
No amount of public humiliation will ever make me regret being made aware of what was done to me.
I told you, all right? My misspeak did not ruin the story. The story is crazy.
Filing a police
You knew JF? Yeah, literally.
Report and pressing charges.
Good for you.
Did she? I imagine she deleted them. But again, I never saw her again either.
Now, obviously, Destiny hasn't... We put out one statement that didn't really say anything. It's not even worth reading. But I'm assuming he's going to have something to say about this new statement. So he hasn't said anything about it yet, but...
I mean, it's not like... The thing with him is he was always like into completely different shit. I was closer with his two roommates or whatever. And then that guy was always like going to plays and stuff. We never really had a shitload in common, so... I didn't really know a lot about him, and then he was gone.
From what I can tell, there's really no space for questioning or... I don't know. I can't imagine what Destiny could bring that would make this any better.
His coughing is getting old. Dude, he's got Tourette's. He can't help himself. That's not on purpose. Plays and he had a girlfriend. Am I the only one who thinks that like, well, you know what? It's crazy is I'm definitely going to a Broadway play. I'm talking hella shit right now, but the Stranger Things one on Broadway looks really good. I really do want to go to that. But I think it's like is it like a 2-day thing or something? I don't know. I'm getting tickets. I don't know. I'm talking hella shit about plays, but I'm probably going to go to the Stranger Things one.
Besides,
I saw Wicked too. Wicked was good, but I was like 11.
Like a fucking recorded phone call of him being like, yes, you can film.
His tics are getting worse. I just think he's nervous talking about this.
And share it with people.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is not going to happen.
It's clearly the lupus, all right? Jake Doolittle is wrong.
So I don't know, man. This is fucking terrible.
What is
and
Monkey
of
King
course,
to you,
Hassan
a
is
person?
doing a
Who
victory
is
lap
Monkey King?
because his arch nemesis
Nicholas
took
DeOrio?
the fat fucking L, and
Yeah.
L being the law, breaking the law,
Yeah.
and being law-suited.
He's so dumb, dude.
Dude, it's all lawsuits-tony now.
Because all these girls gonna try to sue him, and like it seems like they
Forget
have
being
good
sued.
fucking evidence too.
Yo, forget being sued. That's a fucking serious crime.
Yeah. Oh, that true. It'll be a
2025 turned Nick gay without his consent.
criminal
Police
thing
report.
too. That's
I'd be way more worried about the police.
yeah.
Fucking civil court is just money.
Yes, his Tourette's is real. What did you think? It's like the South Park episode where like Cartman fakes it the entire time. If Ethan was faking his Tourette's for the last 10 years, that would have been probably the funniest gag he's ever done. I really do think so.
He could go to jail.
I hope he does. Damn.
Dude, they're gonna play this clip next. Or they're gonna cut this clip out of the stream next week or whatever, and do like a super cut or whatever, where it makes it look like Ethan's super like supportive of Destiny.
Crazy, dude. Ay, ay, ay. It's just endlessly remarkable to me that this keeps happening, you know? Like, what did you think, bro?
Did you see Wicked recently? No.
You're sending it to a random 19-year-old? Like, the chance that gets leaked.
It's so nice to hear other people, like, everyone's like, guys, Destiny made a mistake, and then Ethan's just, like, angry about it, which is just so refreshing.
Leaked is pretty high. If you're sending it out that willy-nilly.
Yeah.
Like, you...
Yeah.
And again, I disagree with this. I think it was leaked the second it left his inbox. I don't like this weird debate, like, definition farming of what leaked actually means. He leaked it. He released it without her consent to a random person who has the autonomy to do whatever they want with it for sexual gratification. It's leaked.
Did you not expect this to happen? What the fuck are you doing, man?
Nick would love Wicked just as gay as that movie. I don't know. I like Ariana Grande.
Are you that horny? Like, are you that horny?
All right, I don't like Ariana Grande that much. Jesus Christ, Ethan, chill.
Yeah.
Like did you not expect
The
this
fuck, dude?
to happen? What the fuck are you doing, man? Are you that horny? Like, are you that horny? Is your brain that fucked up when you start jerking off that like
She's not that bad. Why are you saying that about Ariana?
He's just like blindly fucking gooning. It's
dude,
crazy.
What the fuck is wrong with them, dude? They're all judging me.
gooning is ungoonable.
The Vosh scream. I keep forgetting that's the Vosh scream.
Heights
Criminal
that have never
gooning.
been gooned before.
This has to be like a record, yeah.
Okay, so I'm sorry for the misunderstanding. I was reading it more. So there wasn't a second accuser. His previous allegations were brought up of his ex-wife confirming revenge porn rumors that were done to her without her consent.
Ethan is chat. True.
That's what it was.
She cheated on a married man whose wife was pregnant.
Yay, man.
She what? She cheated on a married man whose wife was pregnant. That doesn't make sense. She cheated on a married man whose wife was pregnant. You mean she cheated with a married man whose wife was pregnant? Jesus Christ, dude.
The situation reads to me
How do you
like
cheat on a married man? Would you be pregnant? Like she's the wife? She cheated on herself with her altar.
a guy who's gotten away with being a predator for a really long time.
Dude, holy shit. Unironically though, this is so fucking good for next week when he releases the content nuke. That was such a huge escalation. I mean, I don't know if but like, just listen.
Yay, man.
This situation reads to me like a guy who's gotten away with being a predator for a really long time, and now everything is catching up to him. And I hope that if more people come out, they feel empowered too.
I mean, there's
Scary
already
scene.
enough, you know?
Right? I hope there aren't more.
Yeah.
I hope everyone feels
I hope
supported.
so too, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the times when shit like this
You know what's
comes
crazy is President Sunday's like, God, we just need one more victim to really bring it to death. Dude, if there's just one more raped, okay, then we can really bring it to Destiny.
What is Bunty King to you? A person? Who is Bunty King?
Nicholas DeOrio?
I looked up the girl's Twitter archive. She joined in April 2022. Profile says 18 years old. Destiny's first DMs to her in the leak were on April 4th. He sent the Pxie video on April 10th. Less than a month of talking.
Oh yeah, dude. They talked a few times on. They talked a few times, dude. They talked a few times on the phone. She's a trusted person, dude. Oh wait, I meant to put the video back on, not the fucking song.
How did
Freshly
you just go,
18, true.
How the fuck do you think you would come away with this? But it's like with power, with like doing.
But even all the power,
dude. All of flamenco's enemies are being taken out. It's crazy. Oh, these are both gonna read. I'll give it a second.
I don't respect you. So
Thank you.
Oh no! What am I gonna do?
Ooh, I think it's gonna read. I'll read it then. My ex filmed my friend getting changed in my house. I found out years later in a friendship, along with links to jailbait.
Legal
Jesus.
principle in Florida is just releasing
Fucking
sexual content
gross.
without consent with intent. He released it for personal gain, more gooning. Dude is cooked on the criminal side of things and is going to get raked over the coals in civil court.
You say that, but there's a reason why I don't argue this stuff with you guys, because, like, I don't think the legal things that you read are actually the legal things that will happen. I think oftentimes people, like, interpret the law as if it's the thing they want to happen. Like, you just wrote me here, releasing sexual content without consent with intent. I believe the legal, like, the word for intent is implying with, like, intent to harm the other person. I'm 99% sure from a legal perspective. But again, I'm not a lawyer. I have no fucking idea. But that's what people have told me who know more about the law than I do. So the reason why that wouldn't go anywhere, or in theory might not go anywhere, is because you can't find intent to harm Pxie. You find intent for him to release the image, which isn't necessarily what they're actually talking about. Am I wrong about that? If I am wrong about that, I sincerely apologize. It's genuinely not like a sweep attempt. I just don't like engaging with, like, the legal aspect of it, because I'm just completely uninformed on law. I'm here to talk to you about what I think, and again, we could talk about it if and when there's an arrest made, because I don't want to just sit here and talk about a bunch of shit that I don't know about.
Oh no! What am I gonna do?
I meme to a lawyer, Nick. Oh, I married a lawyer, Nick. I don't know why you said you meme to a lawyer for the goal. Thank you, Xylee. Thank you so much, and thank you so much to Dreadwolf88.
Slight creep a little bit every time. Yeah.
even with all the power and coercion in the world, it's like you can't keep a fucking random 19-year-old from getting hacked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that hate Destiny, you know?
Yeah.
Fuck me, man. Holy shit.
Holy shit, you hit another one? It'd be up to a judge's verdict, which could be a fine, could be the essay registry, yeah. I have no idea. I mean, it's not an open and shut case like people want it to be, but...
Did I not ask you nice enough?
That doesn't mean it's not significant.
Oh no! What am I gonna do?
That's the
I love watching your stream from the beginning, but I cannot rewind the stream. I'm not the only one either. Is it a glitch or on purpose?
I'm not exactly sure as to why that is.
I don't respect you.
Well, there are people who say they can and they can't, so I was going to look into it after, and I didn't want to delay the stream for that now. Yeah. The thing is with, like, the legality arguments, if I sit here and I case everything in law, then I'm, like, no better than Not So Erudite. Because Not So Erudite's entire moral compass is based off what is and what isn't illegal, because that's her move that she'll make to leave, right? I want people to realize that this is bad, whether it leads to a conviction or not. This is a behavior that is unacceptable, whether or not a court finds this person to be guilty of any one specific crime. The action in and of itself is bad enough, and it should be condemned. I hope that kind of sells the position well.
I saw a clip of his son saying...
That's why I haven't sat here and been like... That's why I've been trying to use the word revenge porn scarcely. That's why I haven't been focusing on, like, criminal or civil suits or anything like that, and just kind of talking about it as what it is. Because at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. It does matter. It could be significantly worse, but I'll focus on what we do know by itself.
Told you guys he's doing... I told you all of my... enemies are all pedophiles and Nazis. And someone said, what about Ethan? And he goes, Ethan's in a league of his own. I don't know exactly what he said, but I said, okay. At least I'm not a pedophile or a Nazi. It could be worse than that.
That is pretty good.
He's like, he's in a league of his own. He's Jewish. Right, Zach?
No, he's a Zionist.
Right.
Found it. No, I'm kidding, of course. He would say Zionist.
There it is. Free watch.
Enough sense.
Oh, this is probably one of the more difficult things I've ever had to do on my live stream. So we're going to hit the intro, and I'm going to just take this all in. Christ. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've had quite a lot to talk about as it comes to these Destiny leaks. There's some new stuff. This is my favorite one. We covered this last stream, but I've seen so many jokes about it that need to be referenced. Bro, if I need to go on the sex offender registry, I'm taking like 20 other streamers on there. Destiny? Why do you know 20 other sex offenders and haven't said anything? That's a good question. But who knows? They might not be sex offenders. They could have done something else that's heinous. Maybe they're rapists. Dude, maybe they're just... 20 other 20 other sex offenders? Like, literally, people are, like, calling him, P. Didstiny or something, or, Destididdy or something. And I was like, all right, it's a little much, guys. It's fucking... I think I even said it in my first stream. I was like, come on, the Diddy comparison? Then I'm like, oh... And this is pretty on point. I stand corrected. I now understand where this is coming from. Destiny's first and only tweet that I've seen about this is that he's going to be returning to stream wearing a $71 Dr. Disrespect cosplay. Sorry, I have to cover the Wiggler for a second. Yeah, we're going to be doing we're doing this now. We're memeing it away. The guys who were going after Twitch over the Dr. Disrespect ban, Dan Saltman was leading the charge there with some of that stuff. Covering that stuff on stream. It's just, ooh. That's not an easy one to swallow, boys, but I promise you it's nothing. We're about to hit some really turbulent waters, so brace yourself, because we're going to have to be telling the hard truths today. Chaeiry is pointing out Destiny's continuing to target my friend JSTLK and retaliate against the stream that we co-hosted for the last year because he's defended and supported me, obviously meaning the JSTLKer thing. Heads up, he gets tons of money per view on his Kick channel. I promise you, whatever JSTLK is being paid... Yeah, there are other people who are streaming about this. That's all I'll say. I don't really... How dare JSTLK cover his friend's disgusting actions that are now publicly available?
From Destiny, but it would explain so much.
Yeah, it would. If it's not obvious, his username JSTLK doesn't stand for Jew Stalker. Destiny is just trying to harm his public perception. Yeah, it's extremely pathetic. But as Erudite said, this is somebody who feels genuine remorse. Destiny. You can clearly see the genuine remorse has been on full display since I pointed out that Erudite's a fucking hack and a complete spineless bitch. But I mean, yeah, okay, cool, sick. Very remorseful, very remorseful. We're going to take a step into the Dalaban community in a minute. I'm not sure if anybody knows, but you could actually go to Destiny's Twitter community and kind of just scroll. You can't comment or react to any of this stuff unless you join, which I'm not going to. But you can just sit here and scroll through and find out what some of Destiny's community, the most vocal Twitter users, have been saying about this. But there's something that you guys have to understand. Destiny, by doing this stuff, by reacting the way that he's reacted, has enabled several people that you really hate to be objectively correct in their criticisms of him. And now we're going to sit here and I'm going to show you every horrible content creator's correct opinions on Destiny. And you're going to shut the fuck up and you're going to sit there and you're going to watch me do it. Here's Lance from the Surfs. Yeah. You know Lance from the Surfs? The guy who got beaten by JF, got beaten by Lauren Southern, and embarrassed thoroughly on every stream he's ever been on? Well, unfortunately, he's posted a meme. And in this meme, he said, if I get put on the sex offender registry lists, another 20 streamers who are sex offenders will get released. And then Lance says, your terms are acceptable. This is what Destiny has done by being an absolute fraud and not practicing any of the things that he preaches.
Something to you, Nick? I really like it.
Yeah, it's not... If you want to get... Oh, yeah, I'm going to watch him again in the future, blah, 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 blah. I can look past this, which I think is pathetic if you do that. I need you to remember that he has assigned every single content creator that you hate a massive, undefensible W, as long as they talk about this with even the slightest little bit of charitability. So, Lance, mauling Destiny on the timeline, 13,000 likes. Where's the lie here? I'm just confused. I'm confused. This is a massive fuck up. Where's the lie? And by the way, it's not a fuck up. Sorry, I shouldn't have used that terminology. I'm not erudite. But yeah, massive.
And you know what else is massive?
This was a massive intentional decision that Destiny made. That's probably the better way to word it. All right, guys. You guys don't like Lance? Brace yourself. It's Mike from PA. What is Mike doing, you ask? Oh, he's just promoting the GoFundMe that has reached over $27,000 for Destiny's victim. Oh, wow. What an asshole. Do you guys remember this guy punched a couch one time? Oh, was he simping? Was he simping, chat? Oh, well, it appears he's hit more than a couch with this tweet. I hate to tell you, Chaeiry filed a criminal complaint this morning against Destiny for secretly recording her. What's Destiny been doing other than banning her from his fucking, his all of his platforms, or locking down his subreddit, or attacking JSTLK for even promoting her? Mike from PA's been out here advocating for the victims, and well, they're just doing this to get at Destiny. Unfortunately, they're right. Unfortunately, they're correct. I hate to say it. I hate Mike from PA, but if you scroll through his timeline, he's retweeting a lot of my tweets, so it seems like he's put that behind him. Great. Casey Tron. This one hurts a lot. Destiny is trying so hard to not Streisand the effect of the allegations against him. The cult isn't silent because they've all suddenly disavowed their leader. They're silent because they've taken the cue from Destiny not to talk about it, even arguing in his favor. I've seen some deplorable conversations. Some horrible shit that some of these people have said. Now, I will defend some of the people from DGG. They've absolutely disavowed him. They've moved away. They're not making excuses, but there are tons, and we'll see in a couple seconds. There are some brutal ones.
I don't respect you.
It's actually fucking it's unreal. But again, what would you expect? What's Destiny's decision to do? What's Erudite's decision to do? Well, Erudite created her entire response based off of everything that's already happened is bad, but not bad enough. And if the Chaeiry stuff comes out as real, then I'll disavow. Now that we've heard these new Chaeiry allegations, essentially what they've done is turn Chaeiry's story into being a meat shield for Destiny to get away with all the stuff that he's been doing. Okay, that's what it is. If the Chaeiry stuff comes out as real, then we will disavow. Well, I think my audience and a lot of other people think that you should probably disavow for the Pxie stuff. Why? Is anybody here of the mind that the Pxie stuff should be career-ending? One in the chat if you think that Destiny's platform should be irreparably damaged for leaking Pxie's nudes to a random woman on Discord. Why? Oh, that seems like a lot of ones right there. Weird that Erudite does not share that position. She needs more women to get hurt. More women have to get hurt before she can come to her senses. So again, why are we getting mad at the DGG audience, who's a bunch of fucking... Some of these people are complete fucking sheep? Because the sheep are being herded somewhere, and that's being done by Destiny and Erudite. And we're going to talk about Dan. Dan gets his own stream, and that's today. So we haven't quite gotten to Dan yet. That's why I haven't mentioned him. But that's Casey Tron. Wow. Okay. This one hurts a lot more. It's a double whammy. This is Frogan retweeting Hassan Piker. Why? Yeah. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Shove it in your fucking face. 3,000 people. This is Hassan Piker fucking tweeting and Frogan retweeting it.
Give a big shout out to Nicholas DeOrio.
And they're right. Let that sink in. Judge me by my enemies. Yes. Dude, I saw...
is this really
God help June the King. June the King released a Hassan video this week with Destiny in the title and got immediately mauled because people are calling him a sex offender on Twitter. That is absolutely horrible.
Is this really
I feel bad for June the King. He probably made a lot of good points in that video, but nobody cares. You know why? Because Destiny's fucking leaking his friends' nudes to random whores on Discord.
What is Bunty King to you?
He won!
Who is Bunty King?
Hassan hasn't even played! He won! Destiny created Vosh, lost control. Destiny created Hassan, lost control, and blew himself up. Oh, look, Destiny does so much for the left. You know what he did? He created the worst far-left streamer on fucking Twitch. He created the worst streamer on Twitch. Okay? And now he's gone! Thanks a lot.
What is
I
Bunty
appreciate
King?
it.
A person?
Who is Bunty King?
You know what Destiny did? You know what Destiny did? He created two of the worst streamers in politics, fucked half of Twitch, and left. That's what he did. He went out for milk and never came back after he left somebody with two retarded children. That's what he did. That's all. That's Destiny's political fucking impact. He left our community with two retarded political streamers, went out for milk and never came home.
Is this
Now
really Wally?
we're gonna watch Hassan Piker talk about it. Not for long, but we're gonna listen to Hassan Piker explain it.
Destiny from you, and it's never good news. I rarely ever cover.
And yes, chat, this is his main channel. This is not a random clipper. This is the main channel of Hassan Piker, who dropped an hour and 25-minute video bashing the fuck out of Destiny. I'm sure there's stuff in it that's not true, but who cares?
Is this really Wally?
I mean, that's not true. I probably care. But my point is, I mean, this is just disastrous. This is completely disastrous. Destiny is a total and complete fucking fraud, and he's handed every single person that he's been explaining why we need to hate for the last couple of years, and most of which are justifiably so, right? All those people got to win this week. All those people look fantastic this week.
Destiny on this broadcast,
Can I say
but
something to you, Nick?
this is
I really like
moving beyond the point of like petty drama or whatever into criminal liability. What did he do? Here is r/YouTube drama that has at least like...
Guys, if you didn't think it was bad enough, this is Hassan Piker, who was retweeted by Frogan, promoting r/YouTube drama. And he's right. This is my personal 111.
some semblance of a summary of what happened.
Why?
This morning, both President Sunday and Pxie released hit piece videos on Destiny. President Sunday's video here, Pxie's video here. Both of these videos discuss Destiny's behavior regarding his treatment of sexual partners and the ongoing scandals surrounding leaked DMs, photos, and videos of sexual nature. Destiny has found himself in a couple scandals regarding sharing nude photos and other materials, such as videos/sex tapes, without the
Now I know the 3,000 people who are watching me right now didn't watch this video, and I'm not going to make you suffer through it. I imagine you've just ignored it like everybody else is going to, but you need to know that it exists. Because you need to realize, because everybody here, there's the two arguments, right? There's the he should never come back or whatever, and then there's the delusional he does a lot of good stuff for politics. You want to see what he's done for politics? This is what he's done for politics. Create this guy. His biggest thing he's done for politics is create Hassan Piker.
Of individuals/partners who appear in them. The main focus of this is a woman named Pxie, who is a victim of this behavior from Destiny. In the videos, there are leaks of messages between Not So Erudite and Pxie.
What you're watching right now is literally the end. That's the end of the Destiny conflict. It's just the end. That's it. This is the end of the Destiny Hassan war, and you have to be here for the last fucking chapter.
Discussing potential compensation from Destiny for distributing the sexual material she appeared in, as well as the draft of Pxie's statement regarding the situation. It turns out that Pxie was someone who was an orbiter of Destiny's, who unfortunately hooked up with Destiny. They filmed the process, and I believe that filming was consensually done at the time. But
it almost even sounds like he's watching his words just so he can't get clipped saying anything wrong. This is like the most measured Hassan take I've ever watched too.
Destiny kept those videos and sent it to
And keep in mind, again, this guy's called me like a neo-Nazi like 6 times, okay? I hate Hassan Piker. I do not want to sit here and read you a list of Hassan Piker's W's. But yeah, it happened.
Other people, from what I understand, other people that he was trying to hook up with, other girls that he was trying to hook up with, including this one 19-year-old. And then this 19-year-old's account either got A, hacked, okay, or B, one of their 19-year-old's friends actually revealed all of this information to the world. And that's how you found out about the infamous video of Destiny sucking a dude off, which people suspected was Nick Fuentes. And Destiny leaned into it possibly being Nick Fuentes. And a lot of people thought, well, that's really weird. Why is he taking off?
Can we stop giving Hassan low-hanging fruit like this? He doesn't deserve a W. Let's let it read it. It's going to read it now. Or not.
Can we stop giving Hassan low-hanging fruit like this? He does not ever deserve a W.
Then you should take that to Destiny. Because I'm not giving it to him. Destiny did. That's the problem. Because he's right. It's not low-hanging fruit.
Ownership over that. Well, it turns out there was a nefarious purpose behind why he was taking ownership over that. Because if everyone focused on Destiny being gay, then no one would realize that Destiny was most likely sending nudes and sex tapes that he had actually filmed without permission of the other parties involved to random people online to showcase his sex resume to random, 19-year-olds.
Okay. If you want to watch this in your spare time, I imagine you don't. Feel free. That was the point of why we were covering this. I needed people to realize that this is like horrible. But like all these people are right, and you can't really. What are you supposed to say? Mike, you punched a couch. Hassan, you visited a brothel. Casey Tron, you haven't been relevant in years. You know what it sounds like? It sounds like cope. It sounds like cope. It looks bad. You look pathetic for doing it. You might be right. Who cares? Destiny's the debate is whether Destiny belongs in the sex offender registry right now, dude. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. I'm sorry, you can't make those arguments this week. Nobody wants to hear them. So I hope you've learned something from that experience. Now, let's take a look at the Dalaban before I get banned from here. I imagine I can do that on stream. Y'all, DGG isn't dead. If you want to leave, I get it. We're still going to be here, though. You could vent your frustrations for a bit, but this is not turning into an anti-fan community. Love you, buddies. Have a good one.
The fact that all this happened and it's all Destiny's fault.
Me too. Me too, Jack Walker. Me too. Dan said on stream that Chaeiry allegations are likely true. We're getting to the point where the last 200 or so people left on Destiny's side are an actual DGG cult that everyone thought DGG used to be. True. Absolutely. Is there anybody else that feels like Destiny should, 1, make a public apology to Pxie, or 2, give some form of compensation for what he did to her, and 3, make a public pledge to do better in the future? No, that would be too simple. No, that'd be too simple. All the orbiters bouncing new and yeah, look at this. Now it's the orbiters' fault. The orbiters are only bouncing and denouncing Destiny after Pxie made a public post. The cowards and sellouts that they are. Yeah, dude, I'm sorry we didn't torch some fucking random girl. And I didn't even say we. I'm not a Destiny orbiter. I've never been. That's a thing that's been fucking pushed for the last time. I think the only interaction that I had with Destiny, that's like saying Willie is a Destiny orbiter, which would even be closer than me. I got invited on anything else in November and I ignored the fucking DM. Hassan Piker will have infinite get out of jail free cards. He probably will. If Destiny leaves, I genuinely think this country is 100% fucked. Destiny is literally the only person willing to fight hard against conservatives and effectively call out their bullshit. They're already this unhinged with little pushback. Imagine, like, this is so fucking crazy, dude. This is so fucking crazy. Oh, look at this one. So this is me. This is a clip of me saying that while Destiny was in his Red Pill arc, criticizing streamers like random Red Pill streamers and criticizing Andrew Tate, Destiny was out actually leaking his personal friends' nudes and not living by the things that they were. And apparently the Destiny community doesn't understand what an analogy is. By they think that I've compared Destiny as a 1-to-1 with Andrew Tate, which I never did. But treating women badly equals not allowed to criticize Andrew Tate, rapist and sex trafficker. Very smart from Nick here. Holy cope, dude. Holy shit. Oh, look at this. JSTLK is now exposing Destiny. A lot of moral high-roading from a guy who doesn't even show his face on oh yeah, JSTLK, you don't like how Destiny is like leaking his friends' nudes online and like destroying your public image? Wow, it's crazy. You don't even show your face. Got him. Owned. 1,000. Yeah, 100%. Sick. Great. Whereas Destiny's entire life is on the internet. I didn't want it to happen like this. Oh, somebody's noticed it. Redemption Arc is on a good one. Man, how about that inauguration stream yesterday? IP ban JSTLK, IP ban Chaeiry, IP ban Pxie. Huge W. Should add about 12 other people there. I don't think this is bad. Steven almost guaranteed to not say anything more on the matter because now it's a legal issue. Like, oh my god, dude. That was 3 days ago. Good, why should he offer them any respite? W, banning them makes sense, but it's not a good look. Holy fuck, dude. This is crazy. Just hop on stream, I'll talk about anything. Oh, well, not anymore. Stream through it? No, not today. Is it because if he doesn't ban retards and DGG from cycling, you idiots won't shut the fuck up? He's gonna go to court. He knows it's fucked. Oh my god. He should have done this ages ago.
What is Monty King to you?
Holy shit, dude. Holy shit.
Progressive victory starting to look like Ovo.
I can respect him for saying this. Yeah, you guys, he finally, I don't know if we covered this, he finally disavowed people defending the actions that he has confessed to taking. Because I guess there were too many people who were trying to argue why it's okay. Isn't that great? Isn't that awesome? Like, this is crazy. I mean, look, I'm pulling out some comments and I'm looking for the worst ones. There are plenty of people here who disavow Destiny. I hate how... No, that's not one of them. Vadim. Oh my god, remember Vadim? Do you think Vadim is getting sleepless nights tonight?
What is Bunty King to you? A person?
Jubilee, Future Collabs, 18-year-old Discord kitten.
Hassan is Hamas sympathizer. Vosh is a Lalazu. And Destiny is the Ethan Ralph of the left.
Destiny is the Ethan Ralph of the left. He is morphing into the Ethan Ralph of the left. I hate to say it. I really used to like his content. He's the Ethan Ralph of the left. Ethan Ralph is kind of funny, but he's done some deplorable things. Pxie, do you have it in your heart to forget? Dude, we should have Lex Friedman. That's who should have did it. People were like, should Erudite mediate? It should have been Lex Friedman. Holy shit. See, like, there are funny posts coming from this. These are not all bad people. Destiny just won the golden... sorry, wait, what? Darius won the Golden Orbiter Award. Darius is just reckless crazy, but he... Oh my god, dude. Didn't he just get on there and just defend the whole... I don't know. I don't want to fucking condemn him if I haven't seen the clip. Now, this one, we can't see how the vote went, chat. What Destiny did was super fucked up, but he's too important of a liberal influencer required to combat the conservative talking points. So he should be given a chance, especially looking at our current political climate. Do you agree with this sentiment? Chat, do you agree with this sentiment? Should we poll it? Do we need to poll it, chat? Does anybody here think that 2028 election is doomed if Destiny isn't making streams from his living room? I'm seeing a lot of no's in the chat. The problem is, as far as I'm concerned, from the screenshot that I did see pretty early on, out of like 4,600 votes, it was yes. The answer was yes. That's how it was voted. And then look, yes, I literally thought about this myself. Who do I turn to now that David Pakman popped into my head for a bit? He's literally the best liberal we've got. He's the best liberal. Removing himself from the situation, I don't think even Destiny would agree with that. The fact that yes is winning is enough for any women to leave this community. Holy shit, dude. The fact that we even need to ask this makes me want to rope. Political biases aside, that doesn't absolve Destiny from allegedly breaking federal law. Again, fuck legality. I don't care if he gets arrested. I mean, he probably should. But even if he doesn't, this is like a career-ending fucking thing he did. Not a mistake. Don't call it a mistake. Criticize people who call it as a mistake because it wasn't. Okay? This is a conscious decision that he did to leak his friend's fucking nudes, okay, to a random whore online. No matter how you slice it, no matter what new information comes out, that is what we have to deal with here, okay? That is what occurred. There's no sugarcoating it. There's no way making it look good. That should be enough to demolish his career. And it absolutely will be enough to make sure he's not considered a serious political fucking person in the future in any of these online social circles, okay? Again, even if he doesn't go to jail, even if he doesn't go on the sex offender registry, even if he doesn't even get charged, I don't care. It doesn't affect me. I'm making a moral judgment based off of what's here. If all that other stuff happens, whatever. Okay. But I don't understand why people are using their morality and they're subbing in legality to make the argument for them because they're too much of a coward to just admit that what happened was bad enough and they shouldn't be defending it. It's pathetic. Would we extend Hassan Trump and the same graces for committing a crime? No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't. So that's not a terrible comment. This guy is pushing morality on people. He spends his days demonizing those he deems undesirable. I've watched him for over 10 years, and the person he's become is little relation to the debate bro Chad he used to be. Let me know if he changes his political views. I'll care. This is just drama as far as I'm concerned. I mean, that's just pathetic. That is a pathetic fucking defense. That is a pathetic, degenerate defense.
What is Bunty King to you?
Old Man Laundry.
Who is Bunty King?
I think this guy, Old Man Laundry, he can go on the list of all the other fucking people that I was covering in the beginning. I think this guy created like AI images to say that he found my naked pictures online or something one time. He denied it, but I could have sworn this was him, and there were people who saw this happen.
A person?
Okay? Like, I'm pretty sure this guy was fucking crazy like 4 years ago. Maybe he's not now. But this definitely did happen, okay? Because I defended Destiny on Twitter one time, like in 2021. I'm pretty sure he did this. Maybe I'm wrong. I think he's reacted to it once and he said he didn't do it, just to be clear. But literally can't imagine being cucked enough to say yes to this. He's right. People who have wronged me personally are still correct because I don't like them. Just let the people who are repulsed by this leave by themselves. Oh my god, dude. Holy shit. Holy shit. No, it doesn't work that way. There are ways to clear this up. He just needs to stream, title it, I'm sorry, and do a heartfelt apology. I'm sorry. That doesn't work for me. You know why? Because Destiny, for fucking 5 years, has gone out of his way to say that he doesn't care about apologies, and apologies mean nothing to him. Oh, you mean the guy who's completely adverse to apologies just needs to make a stream called I'm sorry, and that'll get him out of it? The guy literally doesn't believe in them. I'm sorry, guys. Well, for the first time. And he was never going to do that. It's kind of wild how people think Destiny could be easily replaced. Who cares if he can be easily replaced? He's left on his own terms. I agree with the conclusion, but not the reasoning. If my friend shows me naked pictures of his girlfriend, should I cut him off forever? Dude, this is literally... Bro, is this like the notes that Erudite was using in her conversation with Tom? Is this like the Erudite's cheat sheet she was pulling up on fucking video? Holy shit, dude. What the fuck is this? It's just brutal. It's brutal. I could continue watching him, but the respect is gone. I disagree with the premise that what he does requires he be abandoned in the first place. This is sex offender coded. That's what I'm calling it. Because I can't just call these people sex offenders or call them anything horrible like that. I think this is sex offender coded language. That's how I'm going to describe it. This is Diddy coded language. That's what it feels like when I'm looking at this dude.
You slimy Weasley fuck.
Thank you for all the great streams.
Thank
over
you
the
so
past
much.
few years.
I appreciate that very much.
It has gotten me through a lot of rough shifts at my dead-end job. Keep up the good work, man.
Hell yeah, buddy. As divided as the whole country, we're like a little mock United States. Sure, not gonna lie, I'm more interested in the craft and the art of cooming too close to the sun. That's a joke, obviously. I can't bring myself to care. 4 likes. He should take some time to off and work on himself. Well, clearly he doesn't give a fuck publicly on Twitter. Why would I expect him to do that? What he did doesn't deserve abandonment. Many commenting seem to live on the internet lives without real relationships. Oh, guys, in the real world, we just leak people's nudes. I can't, dude. I can't. This is so bad. This is so fucking bad. Holy shit. Real world relationships are messy and lead to many mistakes. This is a civil matter. He'll learn and the community will benefit as he overcomes it. Yeah, this is like Diddy coded. It's another Diddy coded message. Like the goonicide is occurring right now and these people just want to... By the way, is goonicide goon suicide or goon genocide? Because this is a goon genocide right now because multiple people are going down. I think it's a goonicide. It's a goon genocide. Like Destiny Goonicide, like with the suicide version, but this is a Goonicide, isn't like a goon genocide. Dude, the Goonestein conflict is currently going. I need to see Pxie's fully compensated in like a year minimum therapy before I do this. If you say yes to this, then I think that you're in too deep. You absolutely are. I've been a DGGer for over 10 years, and in that time, I've seen lots of dramas come and go. This isn't drama. Destiny broke the law. If we don't hold them accountable, what's the point of it? Again, like, yeah, I think that all these people, Vosh, Destiny, Hassan included, they tell people how to live their lives. They're passing judgment upon people when they're talking about some of these different communities and stuff, and all of them have, like, absurd skeletons in their closet, and it's starting to feel like, and I hate to say it, that Hassan might be the least bad one. Hassan is bad. Hassan has treated me personally horribly, but it's starting to look like Hassan is one of the is not the grand evil. It seems to be that he's the lesser of two. Don't say that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Destiny's a complete fraud. What am I supposed to say? How could you watch Destiny, seeing him literally run through those red pill streams while he was being in an abusive relationship with Melina and exchanging his friends' nudes to random whores online? How could you look at anything that he's done in the last 3 years and look at that and go, I'm proud that I watched this guy and I believe what he had to tell me? I hate to fucking say it. Hassan's horrible. I don't like Hassan. I have hour-long videos worth of reasons why I hate Hassan Piker. But I mean, and maybe it's just because Destiny's recency bias, but this Destiny stuff seems absolutely awful. I'm like genuinely ashamed that I've ever watched this guy's content because he just is completely different than the image that he likes to portray for himself publicly. And on top of it, you're correct. Rob L, I didn't even bring that up. And on top of all of it, after all of this stuff is said and done, this guy has no remorse. None. He has doubled down. He has tripled down. The closest thing to remorse is telling his audience to stop making him look bad by defending the fact that he leaked the nudes. Zero fucking remorse. So I'm sorry that I'm comparing these people right now, but I'll let you know in a couple of months how I feel when I compare the big three, Hassan, Vosh, and Destiny. Yeah. This guy's got a child too. What a freak. Yeah. Yep. Anywho, I think that serves my argument. I think that in and of itself is a pretty meaty segment, kind of explaining the realities of DGG past and present. I hope I didn't piss anybody off for too much, but at the end of the day, I really don't care. Oh, no! What am I gonna do? Thank you guys so much for hanging in here. I think we have like what 4,000 concurrent. Holy shit. Nick is a PNG. Yeah, this was made by Hellbent, if you're wondering. Queeman said that he stole Keffels' thing. And I didn't have any tweets of Keffels, so I thought I would throw it on stream now, too. Because obviously Keffels has left the internet. God willing, she'll never come back. If Keffels comes back, that would just be the worst. But you know what? If she made a tweet that was relevant, it would have been in this segment. Unfortunately. Because it's one of those where it's like the worst person you possibly know has made a really good point, and Steven enables people to do that by being a horrible human being. I hate to say it. It's the truth. Ooh, boy. It's insufferable. You know how she did that? Bring Keffels back, but only for more content? No, I think that Keffels should stay gone, personally.
Oh, no! What am I going to do?
I think that Keffels should never come back. Hey guys, Future Nick here. I also wanted to include a little clip at the end because I spoke to JSTLK, who's a former Destiny late night type YouTuber and stuff over on Kick, and he was firmly in the position that Kyla was not spineless. In fact, he called me out publicly. You might have seen it. I don't know how my audience is going to respond to yesterday's video or today's video because, to be honest, I've recorded this days in advance, but I'm assuming some of you guys maybe feel the way that JSTLK does here, and we worked through it. He eventually saw the light, and I wanted to kind of show you how we worked our way through that. Anyways, here you go.
I just want to make it very clear. I don't actually think Nick did anything wrong here. I said what? I did as much wrong.
Why make the
more
tweet?
Than Nick.
What do you?
Why make the tweet? Sorry, I think that calling Erudite spineless when she has everything in her life on the line is just crazy.
Anyone who watched that live stream with Tom knows I was right about the tweet when I made it.
Yes,
Erudite
but that's after the fact. I'm saying based on the shit there, I viewed him as genuinely remorseful and acting to fix the harms he had done. Wait, hold on. What do you think would be the easier decision here? Cutting all ties with Destiny or standing by him when he's like in this massive controversy?
I'm sorry, why does it have to be the easy decision? Yeah, the financially ruining one is the correct decision, unfortunately. I hate to say it. Absolutely not working with Steven in the
correct
future.
Decision, but it's a difficult decision, right? Spineless means you are making an easy decision that you're just like flipping.
Going against your principles for the sake of money wouldn't be
posting
spineless?
publicly that you need more information after the guy is
this is one of her
guilty
principles, right? You understand her entire thing is like trying to open up a treatment center. This is like something she deeply believes. She's committing to her principles here. Her principles kind of suck.
Her axioms are super grounded right now.
Wait, so you don't think
Wait,
it's like a...
What are you talking about axioms?
Wait, you don't? Do you think there's anything she could do? Do you think there's anything she could do to garner money for her treatment center that would be like a contradiction of her like morality or beliefs?
Absolutely, yeah. I think staying with him would be that. But I'm saying, like, up to this point,
so why bring up
she
the
had
treatment
some
center?
justification.
Guys, listen, I really want to start a woman's.
Do we not believe the
plan,
justification at all?
Unfortunately, the only way I could justify doing this is if I really work with Harvey Weinstein for a long while. I think that, unironically, if I work with Harvey Weinstein, it'll greatly benefit because we can use the money we make from Harvey to create this battered women's shelter, and then. Also, I'll learn significantly more about the people who will come in like there, and I'll be able to aid them more because I've worked with Harvey Weinstein for as long as I have.
Hold on, Jason.
My
Maybe
axioms are super grounded right now. I'm literally about to bust.
Derailio, DJokio, dude. Okay, listen. Maybe I'm totally misinterpreting what you're saying here, but are you not bringing up the treatment center to like kind of explain? Oh my. Okay, I need to turn off my TTS. Distracting me.
I was just explaining the position. I was just explaining the position.
Yeah, you're saying.
By the way, we're arguing this over the tweet. We're just arguing the tweet because Aiden wanted to argue the tweet. I would agree broadly that Erudite completely fucked up with that intervie. Right?
Why was half of DGG telling me the interview was sick and they thought she looked great? I'm so confused.
What do you mean?
We all agree the interview sucked, right? I didn't know your position on this, so I just want to ground it. All right, so everyone agrees that Erudite looked horrendous in that interview.
Yes.
Well, good. That's cool. We've got some progress. So do you think she's spineless now?
I mean, I don't know if spineless is the word. I think she just like.
Do you think she's despicable?
Be the word. I think she's just like lost. I think she. I don't understand what she's doing. Yeah, I think like she minimized everything Destiny had done in that interview.
Well, she created the goalpost at this current point, right? Like, because again, all the stuff that she said in that were in the original statement. It was just kind of sprinkled through, right? It's like, look, I'm waiting for more information. I've heard horrendous arguments about Chaeiry. Erudite used Chaeiry to try to make Destiny look better. And that's exactly what was done in that statement. That's exactly what was done in the interview.
Wait, explain that to me, because I probably agree with that, but I haven't heard that opinion before.
Well, so in the statement, she says, I'm waiting for more information. And then she follows it up with a paragraph about how she's heard Chaeiry's allegations and they're absolutely disgusting, which obviously we know she hasn't unblocked Chaeiry, so she's not actively doing anything about that. What she's doing is saying there's worse stuff on the horizon, and if that stuff is bad enough, I will drop, right? Now, she furthers this in the interview, right? When she starts talking about like, hey, look, I understand what was done with Pxie is really bad, but it could be worse, okay? He could have recorded them without their consent, and then I'll really leave. The interview is an extension of the statement. The statement is bad. The interview is worse. But all the things that are bad about the interview existed already in the statement. That's why I called her spineless.
Okay, hold on. Let me read the statement again, because maybe I just didn't see this in the statement.
Just before you read it, I'm telling you right now, I think that the whole thing with Chaeiry's story is being used.
Wait, hold on.
Am I crazy? Was this around Destiny?
What was done first? The statement or the interview technically in time was done before, but was released after, right?
I can give you a timestamp because I think Tom notified me when the interview was happening. I could probably find that for you right now. I don't know.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It was recorded the night before, I believe, that it came out. I think.
Just so we're clear, I think my entire point on this is supposed to be my entire point on this is basically that I think Erudite's entire life was riding on this decision, and so I understand indecision there, and I feel like calling somebody spineless is just too far.
Why would it be crazy to call someone spineless if they're contradicting like their morals or like preconceived values for the sake of
she's spineless anyway. She's spineless for she's interact with Destiny.
She's a feminist siding with an abuser.
Yeah. If she's contradicting her values,
this is just not good.
She's been contradicting her values for a long time.
Actually, have you guys seen what her last uploaded video was?
Sure.
Wait, I need to interject. Hold on. If I believe in like saving the planet and I'm working at like a company that's giving me like the best paycheck I've ever had in my life, that let my family move into a new house, whatever, and the company is literally dumping oil into the ocean and burning down rainforests. Even though my entire livelihood rides on that, would it not be fair to call me spineless?
Her values are totally contradictory in the first place, as Queen said, right?
So why is it crazy to call her spineless?
It might not be. I might have to concede to Nick on this.
Yeah, you said it was crazy to call her spineless.
All right, and one more thing.
I think it's inappropriate to call her spineless. So what I read here was we're basically calling her spineless because, hold on, I viewed him as genuinely remorseful and acting to fix the harms he had done. Is it absurd to say when you're caught between your boss and your violated friend? I just think, that's a rock and a hard place. I don't know. I feel like it's absolutely true after I watched the interview. Like, it was disgusting. Yeah.
The thing is, again,
it feels to me completely inappropriate to throw this out when, like, all I was trying to do here is say that when your entire life's on the line, that you make bad decisions, and it's not due to spinelessness. It's because you're, like, paralyzed. I just don't know that I would call that spineless.
Okay,
Being stressed out isn't like I've covered a lot of first statements in my time, and they don't just like you get to be critical of them, and they get to walk them back and redo them later. But I'm not going to just be nice because it's a really early first statement. Plus, by the way, she had over a month to figure out what she wanted to say. She had close to 2 months to decide what she'd do on the day this came out.
Okay, it's not even about like cutting off because Erudite has downplayed and avoided talking about this.
Well, we
for
can't talk.
ages.
Oh, okay, never mind. I'm sorry, I was wrong.
Like she's constantly downplayed shit Destiny's done. She's always given the whole, Chaeiry has that clip of her. She's like, Steven's just like a really good person. People don't realize how much of a good person Steven is. This has been her tone for the entire last 2 years.
Oh, there's also one thing that everybody is completely ignoring. I view him as genuinely remorseful, while Steven's going on the craziest bender of his entire career. And he's just been spiraling for the last 2 days. Nothing that Destiny has done is remorseful. His subreddit getting locked down is not remorseful. You getting banned, Chaeiry getting banned, Pxie getting banned, not remorseful. Okay, so even the stuff that's in her own statement doesn't make sense.
I didn't listen to any of that. Can you restate that for me real quick?
Sorry.
My bad.
Okay. Another main thing here is I viewed him as genuinely remorseful. That's just not the case. You can go look at all over, like he locked down his subreddit.
I mean,
he locked down DGG.
Not.
He banned you, banned Chaeiry, banned Erudite. He's been going on a crazy spiral the last 48 hours and even before that.
I think that's
like of the likes we've never seen before.
I would agree with you that he was not remorseful because you can't show remorse, and then you can't show remorse, right? It's not genuine remorse if all that's changed is people are now criticizing you for the thing that you were remorseful for, right?
And by the way, you can't decide to rehabilitate somebody the day they get exposed either. She posted this a day after he gets exposed, and we're now talking about rehabilitation. No, you have to go through at least a week of shit for this. I'm sorry. I mean, probably more, but you can't start being like, guys, I've been caught. It's time to rehabilitate. It's fucking insane.
Well, you also have to take accountability, right, yourself. I think his statement shifted accountability entirely, right? His personal statement. Like it was basically like I think it essentially placed all of the blame on the leaker, on the hacker, the person who compromised the account. So I don't even think he'd taken accountability at this point.
How dare you not talk about this nameless, faceless entity that only was able to do this to Pxie because Destiny couldn't keep his fucking dick in his pants for a random 19-year-old OnlyFans whore. What a fucking... Yeah, guys, can I just say this, man? Fuck the leaker, dude. The leaker's still Destiny, but fuck the hacker.
Very brave take.
I know. You know who the hacker's name is? Camden Gerard Dave. I'm sorry. No, I have to chat to get the joke. But
autistic commentary references.
Yeah, there it is.
Queeman,
put it on the bingo sheet.
So I guess what I'm having trouble, like, why was Nick's statement enough for you to like concede that it could have been spineless? And I agree that maybe like I wouldn't personally call it spineless, but I don't think it'd be unreasonable for somebody to make that conclusion. But didn't I essentially say to you that like she was going against her preconceived values? Like, wouldn't that be enough to call somebody spineless, even though like her livelihood was riding on it? Why was that not enough for concession?
I think she has two values that are contradictory, and it was thrown into like relief in her face, like immediately, in a way that was like, yeah, pitted them against each other. I don't think having contradictory values necessarily makes you spineless. I would say having values that are non-contradictory, like clear values, right?
No,
and
but going
against them would make you spineless. This is just something where she has these two values, and she hadn't run into a situation where they had contradicted each other, and they ran into each other here. This whole like, I can rehabilitate people, I should rehabilitate people. That is a value she has, and then she's also a feminist, and she has a friend who completely disrespected the autonomy of a woman. Right? They ran into each other, and then she was in a moral quandary. Right? And I think, given the confounding factor of like her entire career being on the line, I just think calling her spineless is inappropriate.
But you knew she was a feminist going into this, and you knew
Nick,
that.
Do you disagree with that?
Wait, no.
I want to make sure you understand. So I want to. Do you have the statement on screen? And I will let Aiden finish, and then I want to talk to you.
Okay, yeah, I just want to say really quick, okay, you knew she was a feminist going into this. This isn't new information for you. You knew your defense was that her whole livelihood was on the line, so this would be unfair. But you've agreed that somebody going against their values to keep their livelihood it's reasonable to call that spineless. So what has Nick said
I think her values contradict and that is putting her in a moral quandary.
Wait, but what
Wouldn't
would be
call
the
that being
difference of a guy?
spineless.
What would be the difference of a guy who hates climate change that keeps working at the company, giving him a good paycheck, that's like dumping oil into the ocean?
Because he'd have to have a contradicting value there, that the two values are against each other. Like he
He's
has a value that is like, I don't know, like something that you could at least defend in a vacuum, that you'd never had these two things combat each other in a way that you are like encountering for the first time.
Wait, but what would be what is not her being a feminist?
You provided one value that he's just going against. I'm saying there isn't just one value that she has two contradicting values: her belief in rehabilitation for people who make mistakes, and her belief in like feminism, her feminist beliefs, right? And these things have contradicted each other, and now she's in a moral quandary, and she doesn't understand how to resolve them.
Do you think that she's under the belief that like this is like anything has been done in the course of their interactions that would lead her to believe he's being rehabilitated?
No, she's arguing he can be rehabilitated.
Was there any effort to
She's
do
not.
that?
I don't think she's arguing that he is rehabilitated. I think she's arguing that I believe in rehabilitation, so I will work to rehabilitate him or help him be rehabilitated. Right?
Do you not think that's just like cope?
Okay. All right.
I don't. I think it's just true, but I think probably the issue with my tweet at Nicholas, which is why I tried to add the second part, is like, oh well, why didn't you do something if you think she's spineless?
Okay, so can we just walk through the statement together? Because I don't want to sit here and debate you. I think I can just explain this to you, and I think you'll understand it.
Sure.
All right. So I'm going to walk you through this. I don't really have any problems with paragraphs 1 and 2. It's clearing up a lot of stuff from Sunday's video. We saw some messages out of context, in context. Some of them look kind of shitty. Some of them don't. We already litigated it 100 times. It doesn't matter.
Sure.
I think third paragraph. This is just the main takeaway from the third paragraph is that, and again, we all agree on it. She never should have been mediating this. If she cared about any party involved here, she should have kept herself as far away as humanly possible. Regardless, we agree with this. This is where it starts.
Would you agree that it probably makes some sense, or like it's understandable that she could fall into mediating this because of like the contact she'd already had with Pxie? That like she'd already been in contact with Pxie, and so then Pxie was like, "Would you mind passing messages to Steven?"
Isn't this person like a therapist?
No, she's a psych major.
Well,
right?
psychometrist.
I don't know. I think that's extremely stupid for a therapist.
I think it's obvious to all of us who are in it.
Is she licensed? I don't think that's true.
I don't know what.
By the way,
Thank
hold
you.
on. I just want to make it. I just want to make it very clear for you, Nick. That like I just want to make it very clear for you right now, though, that I no longer. I'm trying to argue in good faith for my previous framing by which I made the tweet. Right. I think after the video and after some private conversations, I've kind of changed my view of Erudite really significantly. So I'm trying to like make it clear what I thought when I tweeted at you.
Sure. I don't think we should spend too much time arguing with that. The last part here is this is what I'm trying to tell you. Everything that's in that live stream exists in these last two paragraphs. Ignore the last little blurb. I viewed him as genuinely remorseful, acting to fixing the harms that he's done, which is why I remained in business with him. I'm very disappointed and angry that he's opted not to reconnect with Pxie. So she's finding out now that he never reconnected with Pxie. She viewed him as remorseful and acting to fix the harms that he's done. Great. She was not dropping him over Pxie. Now we find out why she has dropped him. I learned about the allegations Chaeiry made yesterday. I support her in Pxie's decisions in the lawsuit charges. Because of this, I've paused bridges, canceled guests, will evaluate business relations. As I learn more, I've asked Steven for more information. He's uncomfortable sharing. The only reason she's doing any of this is because of pending allegations against Chaeiry. That's why I think this is spineless, because it has nothing to do with Pxie.
Sure,
they're using Chaeiry to use that as an off point to justify the fact that they've done nothing over Pxie, which in and of itself I believe is career ruining.
Okay.
And then she expands on that in the stream.
You think you think that's totally unreasonable? That like I think that it's something I've talked with a couple different people about.
Hiding.
People seem to. Okay, go ahead. What do you want?
That's what I'm saying. I think she's using Chaeiry's allegations as a meat shield to defend herself because she didn't do anything about Pxie. And she's not me. She's not you. She had direct confession from Steven and continued to move forward with their business relationship. And their friendship, by the way, not just their business relationship.
Nicholas does not understand how humans work and that they are fallible and that hay will break the camel's back.
Well, that's my general point, Lake Toya, but unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to make that point. I approach this from empathy, but I believe that after the interview and after the lack of, it was almost not even the interview so much as the lack of like pulling back on it, right? Allowing it to be released after things had proceeded a little bit. Hold on. I'm trying to see what you're seeing here. That she's basically, that she feels like she fucked up with Pxie, and that she's saying, well, now with Chaeiry. Are you saying
do-over? Yeah, she's just getting a do-over.
You think that she would have, if it was public, let's say Pxie just went public right off the bat, you think she would have done the same thing? Okay.
Same statement.
Okay. So you think it's total cope and she's basically lying when she says that that like she would work with Steven through
I would
this?
hope that she's lying, because if she's not lying, I think she's a horrible person.
Okay.
I think furthering the business relationships of somebody who does that it's like she's caught in between her friend and Steven. I understand this. And Steven obviously being her friend. And it's not just that they're employee relationship or whatever, they're business partners. I understand there's a lot of things going on right now. But like at some point something's gotta give. Destiny's career should be irreparably damaged by the allegation about Pxie. If you're working with him,
I think that's unquestionably true. That it should be irreparably damaged, or it should be irreparably damaged. I think
if you're working with him,
I thought she
you're
was saying
furthering
here,
his career and his rehabilitation.
So
and
what
not
I
his
thought she was saying
rehabilitation
here was
as a
she was
person,
like,
but his rehabilitation of his image.
I thought she was saying, despite the damage, I'm sticking around. That's what I thought she was saying with the statement. But you think basically that she's saying, you think that she's basically using the Erudite Chaeiry thing.
If the Chaeiry stuff gets confirmed, I'm out. That's what that statement says.
Yes. But I think that is a possible position. You just don't believe that.
No. She created the goalpost directly next to all the stuff that Destiny's already been fucking thoroughly exposed for. The goalpost was created after Destiny was exposed and publicly litigated. She literally put the pegs in the ground and dropped the net right outside of what was already provable.
This is okay, maybe you might have seen this at the time. And if you did, then kudos to you. But it took me watching the interview to see precisely what happened there. To see that, like, it's essentially, and I think this has been a lot of, like, her career, and I think I couldn't see it until after I tweeted at you. I had about an hour-long discussion with Chaeiry, where she basically, like, explained to me that I was being retarded, and that I think the thing she said, and it might have been something that was said on a stream, was that Erudite essentially creates like arbitrary moral systems to create like this perfect network that misses the exact action Destiny is confirmed to have done. Would you agree with that? Like, she basically doesn't have like a moral system. She's essentially, like you said, drawing the lines. She draws like 3 different lines between different values so that she can justify excusing the specific action that Destiny was proven to have done.
That's what it feels like.
So maybe if you saw that when you tweeted this, I would say that I hadn't seen that when I tweeted. And then, like I said, I talked to Chaeiry a little bit, and she basically gave me examples and was pointing it out, and I'm like, okay, I lost. So if that's what you were saying, like this whole time, when you said spineless, that she was doing that specifically, then I would say I would agree with you.
Yeah, I mean this is my issue. I think that she needed to step away for Pxie, and I think she's.
Well, I think that's true too. Oh
no, but I think
sorry,
she's using
step
the
away.
Chaeiry as a jump-off point.
Sorry. I misunderstood. I thought you meant step away from the negotiations.
No, it's extremely convenient that it's like, oh guys, Chaeiry's made a new allegation. All right, guys, we're canceling bridges, we're canceling guests. It has nothing to do with the fact that the story exploded yesterday and broke. It's exclusively because Chaeiry has put out an allegation. Now, just curious, has Erudite even heard the audio, do you think? I doubt it, but I don't know who Chaeiry said she showed the audio.
No, and Chaeiry gave me permission to reveal this. I don't know if I'll just... No, that's not true. Or sorry, that's not possible. She's not heard it. Here, I can, like... Fuck, hold on. I'll check my DMs. I'll just double check really quickly.
Don't send me revenge porn in my DMs.
That I have permission to say.
I know that you're not going to, but I have to say that out loud.
You guys said that like 2 seconds earlier, man. Holy fuck.